Hello, everybody. Welcome. Welcome, 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 welcome. Happy birthday, Nora Woods. We're going to be singing happy birthday to you, girl. Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing today? Today, we're going to be talking about summer. Well, since everybody said that we don't talk about summer anymore, we're going to be talking about baby summer today without any interruptions. So, today, stay tuned. We're going to be going over some stuff and talking about it. So, I want to go ahead and call out people that's in the chat. Hello, Esther. And hello, Audrey P. and Angel Loader and Ferdy and Angela, Miss Chewy and Cool Gamer and Juju and Audrey D. Michelle Tucker and Lone Star Queen. Nora Woods, the birthday girl. Frankie, 53 years today, young. Ooh, happy birthday to you. Hello, Miss Chewy and Helen. Welcome. I want to say happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Nora. Happy birthday to you. And many more. Hey, Scott's Boo. And Frankie and Amy Wells. Won't be able to chat, getting ready for work, but we'll be listening. Okay, have a good rest of your birthday week, birthday day today, Nora. Happy birthday to you. Hello, Jane. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, 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 welcome. Hey, Ada O Annie. Hello, hello. Thank you. The baby is doing better. He is up walking. Actually kind of jumped around a little bit this morning. I do want to address some things about that. Hello, Tina Bobina. Aw, happy birthday. I hope you have a lovely, lovely evening. Hello, Patty Ponytail. Christine, I'm going to put a link up for Christine, y'all. I'm not going to let a lot of people up on panel, but just certain people today because I do want to talk about summer and I don't want any interruptions. So I'm just going to put a link out for Christine. Hey, Kilbister. My husband is not in a wheelchair, and I hope I do not look like a man. At least I know you're beautiful, Miss Chewy. That's one of the things I want to address. Hello, Jessica and Rocket Girl and Scouts Boo. Thank you all. And Matthew, let's see, driving in listening. Okay. Well, as soon as you get home, if you want to join me up on panel, we can talk a little bit about this. I know you're very passionate about it. But there is some things that I do want to address about last night's Wicked Witch of the West is thing. Hang on. Hey, what's up?
Driving from work.
Well, everybody said last
Yay, my favorite subject. Talk about
Yay,
summer.
summer.
Yay.
Yay. So yeah. But I do want to address some things before at the wicked people that's in that certain chat over there. Last night I had took some clips and I do plan on pressing full charges against the people if they don't stop, especially with the 120 acres, what she's going around lying about one over there. I've clipped it. And so it's just pure lies, viciousness. I've barely even talked about Prayer Garden over there. And she viciously attacked me last night and my mods as
What's she
well.
saying?
Just the same old horrible stuff. Thinking about summer so much lately, I wished I could have answers. I know. Yeah, I don't know why she's going after you, Miss Chewy. She said horrible things about Miss Chewy,
She's going
which,
after Chewy too?
yeah, at least my mods don't try to buy people's information, okay? At least they don't try to buy people's information. They don't go after people personally.
What's the
I
purpose
feel
of
bad
getting
for her.
somebody's information?
I don't know. She was wanting to pay good money to Chill Billy to get it. Yeah.
Hmm.
And I seen a lot of people over there that comes in my chats and my mods know. But I want to address some right now while we're up here. I was waiting for people to come in because I do want to address it. I probably should have tagged this live in it. I put this in members or subscribers only because I don't want the damn trolls coming in here from the mother channels. But of course, Pearls was right in there amongst them all on the bash. Pearlsy, Pearlsy. They're coming after
When's it gonna
me.
stop? When's it gonna stop?
It ain't because they're mad because I'm friends with Dawn and Candace. That's what it
But
is.
why? What does it have anything to do with them who you're friends
I
with?
don't know. You would think they'd be mad as hell at Zav girl over for what she did. You would think they would all be furious with her, but nobody. No,
Well, let me tell you what, once upon a time, uh, there was
they
a lot of other creators that were friends with Don and Candace and backstabbed them. So,
right, right, and I think that's what they want us to do too. You know, but I'm gonna
but that's
I'm
not the kind of people we are.
that way. They can attack my Christianity, but listen, it was Sunday night last night, and she was viciously attacking people with her tongue. The way she was talking, it was Sunday night, and she was viciously attacking people with her tongue. Yeah, okay, but I want to show y'all this because this right here, this means I will go get an attorney and I will file charges for defamation against this lady right here. 120 acres. Okay. She got on here and she said she needs to stop trying performing nursing on farm animals. Every one she gets has to tube. Then you wonder what has gone wrong. She's no vet. Okay, for number one, I've tubed baby G and this baby once. Okay. If they don't eat, they starve to death. If you don't tube them, they starve to death. But she's trying to make me look like the bad person, like I'm doing something horrible. Number two, I went to the vet yesterday. We got shots for this baby yesterday. I've been out over $120 for colostrum because they're $30 a bag, and you use a bag in the morning and in the bag in the evening. They're $30 a bag for colostrum. So I've been over $200 for vets and colostrum just for this baby calf to survive. Because if I did not take him, he would have died. He would have laid over there like the last one and died. Okay, we have been struggling to keep this baby alive. Okay, then this girl, all in the tank, just goes and grabs it and runs with it. Okay, and she's been in my chat. Oh, I hope someone rescues those animals. That's sick, and she knows better than that to seek proper vet treatments for the animals. Did I or did I not tell everybody yesterday that we got the vet involved? We always get the vet involved. Always get the vet involved. This is just
You know
how
what?
life.
That's no different than a mother. Say a mother cat gets hit by a car, or gets eaten by a fox or whatever, and they have a kitten. They have kittens, right? And the kittens are not weaned yet. Are you going to
Yeah,
just let them starve, or are you going to, get you a
you
little
have
bottle
to.
with some of the cat formula and feed them? There's no difference.
We
Stop.
literally right. We literally had to tube baby G because he would not eat for about 2 weeks. We have struggled thousands of dollars with him because of him not having his mother. We have worked side by side with the vets with him, and it's horrible that you hate me that much that you want to lie and attack my farm animals. Well, I dare you to do anything because I know exactly who does it, and I will get a lawyer and I'll have it subpoenaed, and they will come here and they will find out every one of my animals free range. They range around. They're healthy. They're taken very care of, and I've even took turkeys to the vet. Then she put,
That's true.
now I can understand why she's that said Candace was a spirit animal whisperer like her because she mistreats the animals just like Candace. If that is not defamation, I don't know what is. That
Well, you
that
know
is
what? all you got to get to win a defamation of character is
Uh,
proof. And guess what? You've got proof.
yeah, it's
There's no
ridiculous.
difference than like an old animal, dog, cat, whatever animal that you have, and it stops eating. What does the vet tell you to do? You can either force feed the animal to try to make
Well,
it better and wean it better.
the thing is, the vet is the one that gave us the tube. The vet is the one that
Exactly.
gave us the tube when we had baby G. Now the calf we got in January that passed away, we only had him about what overnight. We got him from I mean, she was so weak she couldn't even walk when we got her.
They come to you. They
Like,
come to you that way. And it's amazing that you're able to actually bring them back to health and make them healthy. See, it's not Daisy that's doing that. These calves are pulled from milk cows, okay? Milk cow calves are pulled super early from their mother, from the dairy people, the milk that you drink,
yeah,
because because people drink that milk,
yeah.
and they pull the calves like a day that they are born or 2 days after they're born, and if they don't get care and somebody doesn't buy them, then if they die, they die, because it's not worth it.
The last set of twins that my neighbor had over there, the little female died. He didn't want it because the mother wouldn't take it. He didn't
Well,
want
and
that.
the farmer, that's not what the farmer's there for. The farmer is there to run a business.
Well, he owns his own business, and so he
Not
said,
that farmer, but like the milking farmers.
"Oh yeah, that's where the calf came from. He came from New York. She traveled from New York, and by the time we got her, the person that we sold her to told her, she's in good shape, but as soon as we got her, she was sick and she passed away. But we went to the vet and bought her 3 shots that morning. We consult with the vets a lot. The vets. Most people don't even do that.
No.
If this little baby wouldn't have had us, he would not have survived. He was very weak. And it's the damn shame that you have people, because they're so vindictive and jealous, that they would make shit up like this just because they're mad. And this all in the tank has no clue she's on here just running her mouth. Look, she put, I have lost count of the number of calves now, including this one. Well, let me tell you something, 120 acres, lady, Chico. If I didn't, if we don't,
You got by.
and they don't drink, if they're too weak to drink, honey, then they will die. They will dehydrate and die. When you're talking $30 a bag for colostrum, okay, I bought high quality 100 milligrams of colostrum. That's a high dose of colostrum. That's the whole bag. I have to give it to him twice a day, plus electrolytes we've been giving him throughout the day in the bottles. We've only bagged him one time, or tubed him one time. One time, and it's a safe tube. They cannot get choked on the tube. It's got a ball at the end so it can't go into their lungs. So it's not hurting them to be tubed if they're starving to death, okay? He's up walking and running around. This right here is just complete and thorough lies because this lady hates me. And this just shows you
Defamation of character right there.
What kind of hate, and people just run with it. This all in the tanks. She has no idea that this woman don't even know what she's talking about. Obviously she's never raised calves off their moms, because they don't do well if you did. Hey, Clover Stitcher. Now my little calf up there on the hill with his mother, he does perfect because he had his mother. He got all of his mother's colostrum. This baby has not, so I have to buy that colostrum. Thank you, Hash Brown. Yeah, I've been in a
That's
lot.
just ridiculous. That's ridiculous for them to do that and say anything like that to you. They don't know you, number one.
She doesn't
Number
know me.
two, they obviously don't know about farm animals.
That's not the first time she's talked about my farm animals before. But that just shows you what kind of defamation and hate and vileness goes on in that chat.
All because you're friends with Summer's parents. That's ridiculous.
Yep.
Ridiculous.
Exactly.
What is
Farmers.
it to anybody who you're friends with, Daisy? It shouldn't be anybody's business. If we don't get upset for people who think that the parents aren't innocent, we don't get upset with them. We feel like you have the right to your own opinion. But to treat people badly just because you think differently than they do, that how is that right? That's not right. That's not right to do. And then to lie and go real life on people, that'll get you in some legality
Oh,
trouble.
honey, you don't even know. She owns a farm. She'll get her farm took if she don't stop. Because that is defamation, 100% defamation. I'm going to show you guys the new video that I posted of him this morning. He's up walking this morning. He's precious. And yes, I saved his life. We have totally and thoroughly saved his life because he was on the urge of death. It's on telling how long he laid out there. Thank you, Hash Brown. Thank you, Miss Daisy. Leave the farm animals alone. Miss Daisy's rocks. Thank you, Hash
Oh,
Brown.
thank you,
Thank
Hash
you.
Brown. Thank you,
Thank you.
thank you, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Look here how he's walking
Ching,
around.
ching,
Yeah.
ching.
Look
Oh,
how
look at him.
he
He's
is.
so adorbs.
Yeah. And he would not be up walking around like that, believe me, if we hadn't got him penicillin. I have the receipts here. Hang on, if my hair wasn't all over the damn place.
Nah, don't show your receipts because you don't know what's on there. You don't want your address or whatever.
No, I'm just going to show the bottom part of it where we got it done.
Well, make sure you don't have the vet's address and all that stuff on there showing because next thing you know, they'll be calling your vet.
No, I don't have that. Hang on, let me take this down. I'm going to show this so people can see.
It's so sad that this is supposed to be true
Look at the
crime.
date.
True crime. How does that have anything to do with true crime?
Look at the dates. Can y'all see it? The dates. You haters, clip that so you can see the dates on that where we got him shots. Can you see him, Christine?
No, I'm driving.
Y'all can see there that we got him like 3 or 4 shots there. Okay. Yeah, we got him vitamin B12 injections, vitamin B complex 150, penicillin 1. We got him 3 of them. Wait, we got 3.
Well, if you go to court, Daisy, all you got to do is prove that, before they wrote that post that you had a vet visit, which you do. And you can also prove that they're slandering and defamating your character very easily because you have it clipped. And there you go. That's all you need.
Yeah. I mean, but for her to sit and say something like that is horrible. Oh, thank you, Tina G. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Ching, ching, ching.
Thank you so much. God bless you, Daisy. Kid being you. Aw, thank you so much, and God bless you. But this is not what we wanted to talk about. I just wanted to address that because it's horrible for people to go and lie, especially when it comes to animals like that. Trying to make somebody believe that somebody is hurting their animals when I'm doing everything I can to save this baby's life and he's up walking around. And from day one, we went to the vet. Now, we got him Saturday night, Friday night. We got him. Was it Friday night we got him? It was in the
think
evening.
So. I think it was Friday night
when we got him. And the next day, as soon as the vet opened, my husband was on the phone with the vet and we went and got the stuff for him. We don't play when it comes to animals. And for people to lie because they're jealous and they're mean and they're vindictive, it is just ridiculous.
And they're trying to make you look bad and ruin your reputation.
They're trying to stop me from showing my animals and my farms. But I
think they're trying to ruin your reputation.
Well, yeah, that too. But if you all see that girl that all in the tanks in here, let me know because I'm going to address it to her because I'm an animal lover and I can tell she is to play Miss Daisy's farm animals alone. Exactly. They can't get me no other way because I have no criminal record or anything like that. I don't have a job that they can call. They've already tried to get Christine's job. So now they're coming after my animals. Now, It's ridiculous. So they want to viciously attack me.
Just because you said Candace was good with animals. Really?
Well, no, it's 120 acres is mad because I've called her out on a bunch of bullshit because she has got into Prayer Garden's chat and she viciously like attacks me all the time. Thank you, Candace. Thank you, Can. The
Well, do
baby.
you know that there are plenty of comments that are on past lives that have these same people that are bashing loving on the parents,
Do what now?
saying great things. Right, the ones that are bashing Don and Candace right now,
Yeah.
they're in old lives, other people's lives. They're they have the comment on the screen, and there you have, the people that you're talking about just singing the praises to Don and Candace.
Who? Who? The
The ones
120.
you're talking about, same ones
Oh, wow. It's like
from the past. Yeah.
yeah, it's like she turned on me and like they attacked Miss Chewy last night. And I'm not even the one that put out the recording of her saying that she was Kathy. Did y'all see that on Ziggy's last night? Where she
Uh-huh.
openly admitted that she was Kathy?
She's talking about herself in third person. And this was October
Exactly.
21st. And that is right when I think Ziggy said she had only been going live for a month.
Yeah, of course. Daisy, I can say for sure you love animals and do everything in your power to make sure they are proper cared for. Thank you, D Lucky. I appreciate that. But yeah, I'm going to continue to talk about summer. I'm going to continue to support Don and Candace. I'm going to continue to show my farm animals, even though these haters and these devils do it. And I dare you to try to do something because when you go come after my animals and they see my animals are healthy, I'm going to come after you. And I'm going to sue the shit out of you, 120 acres. And I'm going to take that 120 acres away from you. Make no mistake. So go ahead and
Just keep clipping
defamate
it.
my phone. I've also got some clips of Pearls in there talking smack too. But of course, Pearls has no content, so he's evil.
Well,
Just
there's a difference between talking smack, but then defamating your character and trying to do something, assume something legally towards someone or goes real life on someone. There's two different things there.
hey, Dumpling, how are you? Can somebody put my iPhone membership on there so they can? One of my mods put it on there so I can, so she can join my YouTube membership. If you don't care, PG is narcissistic. She doxed herself in the third person. She sure did.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Wendy, how are you? But it was pretty vile and stuff the way she kept doing me last night. I think I'm going. Can I? I'm gonna bring that video up, y'all. Y'all want to see that video? Does it have music in it? Okay, I'm gonna bring it. Ziggy and the barrel burning have digging into Cotton, the Arnolds, and Fred all interested. Well, that's what we were here to talk about today. Is that
What'd
we
they
think
say?
something? Hang on.
And I want to say, like, on my videos, people, like, everybody has been commenting. Thank you so much. I love that interaction. Even though if you're respectful and you have a different opinion, I'm okay with that. But and I will tell you, most 99% of the time when people are making comments, they are very respectful, even if they have a difference of opinion, and that's perfect. That's great. We can have a discussion. You're checking out all the corners of the square or out of the box. So I just want to thank everybody for being very kind and being very respectful. That's the way it's supposed to be.
She called our chat evil and conniving last night, but
Our chat?
yeah,
Where,
she was talking
I
about
don't even.
Miss.
I'm not even gonna go there. I don't even
I know,
care.
I know.
We're
Miss
not. We know we're not evil. We're not like.
Chewy is beautiful.
Oh my goodness.
We met Miss Chewy in person, and she's absolutely
She's a
beautiful.
beautiful person.
Yes, she
Miss
is.
Chewy is a good-hearted person. She would give you the shoes off her feet, the
Uh
shirt off
huh.
her back. She's a beautiful person. I can't believe anybody is even saying anything horrible about Chewy. What,
You know,
they
and
don't even know her.
she came after us, and we didn't even. We wasn't the ones that put the shit out on her. Well, me.
No.
And now, but I guess what? Now that she come after me, I'm gonna put that shit out on her.
She came after you and Chewy because of what Ziggy put out?
No, she just come out because of having Candace's cash app out the other night.
What's it any of her business? You could
Exactly.
you could put whoever's cash app out you want to. What? I can't. I can't. Are these people adults or what? I mean, this is like high school crybaby stuff. If she doesn't
Oh,
want to, if she doesn't want to donate to Candace's Cash App, then don't donate to Candace's Cash App. But don't slam people because other people do.
we didn't even have Summer nowhere in the thing, but we're going to talk about Summer today because I was like, oh, well, she don't want to talk about Summer. Well, we're going to talk about Summer today.
Well, then when you talk about Summer, then you're like, you always talk about Summer.
Yeah,
It's
you can't.
danged if you do and danged if you don't.
It's like she don't have content. She does a whole live about Miss Daisy, hating on Miss Daisy, but she doesn't talk about Summer. But I want to show
Yeah,
y'all.
yeah,
Remember?
you're right. That's a good point, Daisy. Well, if she's always saying, well, how come you're not talking about Summer? Well, only thing I hear over there is bashing people and making fun of people and threatening people and going live on people and being nasty and cuss words all over the place on people in Summer's name. So
Vile.
how is that? How is that? How are you going to come over here and say we're not talking about Summer? We're very respectful,
They act
and
like
we're
don't.
respectful to her parents too,
Exactly.
and to
Exactly.
her brothers, and to Summer's family. So I don't. I better be quiet. I'm just.
I'm gonna play this because you remember when I told y'all who she really was. Remember when I told you that she was that person because she left me her phone number by accident? Well, guess what? I'm gonna play this. This is per Ziggy. Credit to Ziggy's live last night.
This is a clip where she talks about herself in the third person.
I'm going to tell you guys about keeping up with things. So please come back to me, Ziggy, and say, hey, Kathy, you was going to tell us about keeping up with things. Keeping up with things. Okay. With Donald, Ziggy, and say, hey, Kathy, you was going to tell us about keeping up with things. Keeping up with things. Okay. With Donald. About keeping up with things. So please come back to me, Ziggy, and say, hey, Kathy, you was going to tell us about keeping up with things. Say, hey, Kathy, you was going to tell us about keeping up with things. Say, hey, Kathy, you was going to tell us about keeping up with things. Say, hey, Kathy, you was going to tell us about keeping up with things. Come back to me, Ziggy, and say, hey, Kathy, you was going to tell us about keeping up with things. Keeping up with things, okay. With Donald.
You heard it. She said her name, y'all. She said her name on Ziggy's. Hello, Jack. Hello. Always late. She said it, not me.
And that was a live that was done October 2021.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's before she got into all the drama and made her own channel. She admitted she was Kathy. She admitted she was Kathy, y'all. She left me a phone number with that name underneath it. It is a home phone number. I could put that number out now and you all could Google that number and it takes it straight to Miss Morrison.
Mm-hmm.
So she wants to keep attacking people and keep doxing people and keep being mean to people. Thank you, Tina. Gee, thank you for
Yay!
CRITTER'S CRIME family.
Ching, ching, ching.
Woohoo! In other words, PG, you needed old bag in need of content. Stop it. Well, the thing is, Her name is spelled with a K. Catherine, and the last name is the M. That's all I'm
Is
going to
the
say.
street across from Ben Hill?
I am 155,000,000% positive that is her.
Yep.
Okay,
And she's
that's
done it
just
to
what.
me too. She's sat there and said, looked up my mortgage and said that I refinanced. She put it all out there on me and called my work. So
There you go, Kathy G. Morrison. There you go.
I mean, I just think that's ridiculous to even just because of a difference of opinion.
Now she's got her little minions in her chat. Like it's like a devil's fan. Like they feed off her evil. And that just goes to show you that she's evil and they're evil as well. And a lot of them I see coming in my chat. And listen, I watch everybody that goes in that chat. And if you're over there bashing me and then you think you're going to come over here and play nicey, it ain't going to happen. I'm going to call you out for it. I don't want, if you're vile and mean enough to be in that chat and go and say nasty, vile things about Miss Daisy and Christine and Miss Chewy and all of us over here, then
Chewy.
stay over there amongst the devil's
Sayla.
men.
They're attacking poor Sayla. Sayla is so sweet. I mean, where does it stop? Where does it end?
They called the CPS on Cam and Allie, and they got Allie fired from her job. How freaking sick is that? They have children, y'all.
And I'll tell you what, call my work again. See what happens. I'm telling you, I've already posted a cease and desist, and I mean it. Cease and desist.
Exactly.
And I'm not playing. We'll get two lawyers rich if we have to.
Exactly. And it's like this, all of this under the name of this little innocent baby girl. All of this under the name of her. The attack.
And I will tell you what, when I first came onto the true crime community, I thought, you know what, what a great community. Everybody's working together to try to help families find their missing kids. And I thought, I want to be a part of that because, I just feel like parents and families that have their child missing, they need the support, and sometimes they don't have it. And so when I first came to this community, I was like, oh my gosh, this is just, such a blessing to those who are hurting. Then as time went on, I'm like, there's times that I don't even want to be part of this community just because of how hateful and just disgusting it can be, especially when you go into somebody's real life, into their personal life, you all, only because you have a difference of opinion. Really? But I stay because there are more great people that do have true hearts, that do want to help find the missing children and give support to the families that are hurting. So I stay because I see all the beauty in a lot of the subscribers and some of the creators, most of the creators, I can tell. And, as time goes on and Summer's not found, I can feel the frustration building up. There are people who have been so sweet, so great, that were subscribers. And then all of a sudden, I don't know what happened, but it flipped like that, like a dime. And then, then the ugly comes out, and it's not necessary, y'all. It's really not. It's not necessary.
No, because Cam last night wasn't having justice for all's but bullshit in his chat. He turned on Cam and was talking shit about Cam last night in Cam and Prayer Gardens, and I clipped it too. I clipped that part.
They just need to leave him alone.
They need to leave Cam alone and Allie. They've not hurt nobody. They're doing their
They've not hurt no one.
Yeah. But yeah, oh, Pearls.
Okay, what's the point? What's the point? What is that? Is being hateful, mean, spiteful, and just downright
Evil.
disgusting? Is that, how is that helping find anybody? It's just adding to the hatred.
Hmm.
It's not necessary. It's just not.
Well, just
Why?
like cinnamon,
What is the point?
cinnamon, whatever his name is, that creator. He said, "I'm not a true crime." He said, "But some of these true crime people are horrible." And he was pretty upset about Zav Girl. And you would think that all these people like Prayer Garden and all them would be completely furious with Zav Girl for putting this baby's autopsy photos and police photos out, which I'm not going to attack her. She's getting enough attacks. I don't wish attack on anybody. I don't think she should have put that out. Absolutely not. I don't know what was wrong with her. I never had a problem with Zav Girl, but this right here really makes me not think well of her. I don't know what the heck she was fit. There's some things you don't cross.
It was just probably a mistake, and she probably wishes that she wouldn't have done it. And we all have made
has it up. Hey, broken
Oh, she
wing.
does.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
she's
well,
getting money off of it.
I know that we've all had mistakes that we've done and we probably should not have done, and as long as you recant it and try to take it back and try to make it better, I can see forgiveness of it. So that's why I try not to be too hard on people, but when you're constantly getting slammed, what's that?
Oh well, Daisy, how's Daisy and them? They're being fooled by Don and Candace. How are they going to feel when it comes out that they're guilty? Don't you think that they would have already arrested Don and Candace if they were guilty of anything?
You know what, Daisy, here's my look on that, and I hear that too, and it's written in my comments on my videos too. You know how I'm going to feel? I'm going to be all right with it, because you know why? Because I would rather be kind to them and then find out different than to be mean, hateful, vindictive, and find out they're innocent. That's just me.
Yeah, we got to do.
You can't take back all the things that is being said against these parents. If they are found that they had something to do with it and we've been nice to them, we've lost nothing. But if we tear these parents apart and be nasty to them and find out they're innocent, we've lost everything, because that is that's not right in God's eyes, for sure. And absolutely. I'd rather be kind to somebody and find out they're guilty than to be mean to them and find out they're innocent. That's just me.
Absolutely. I agree.
Because that's the way I would want to be treated.
G and Fonda Cheese Man. Hello, everybody coming in. The thing is that a lot of people just want a reason to attack you. They got this in their head that who is this? Oh yeah.
There's no reason, just because you have a difference of opinion, there's no reason to be hateful and mean to somebody. No reason at all. There's no excuse for it. None. Like, okay, so you have grandchildren, okay? And your grandchild has a different opinion than a different child. And this child is picking on your grandchild, slamming them, calling them names, pulling their hair, doing all this stuff. The teacher's calling the parents, lying to the parents, saying that they're doing this and that. How do you feel? You think that little child deserves it? It's the same thing. But we're adults, and we shouldn't have to compare, because that's ridiculous.
It's worse than dealing with this is worse than they're keyboard warriors. They're hiding behind, especially Prayer Garden. She's hiding behind a keyboard. She does not want to show her face. She don't want people to know who she is because of the way she attacks people. And so she hides behind the keyboard. Well,
but then they say, oh, well, look at Sayla. She's got a young person on her avatar. But at least she has a person on the avatar.
That's Sayla on her avatar.
Exactly. Yeah, but I don't understand why anybody would say anything to her when the person that you're talking about doesn't even have a person on their avatar. They have a building on their avatar. What are you talking about?
While they swear.
Boy, I am just, I'm just like,
I know.
I've had enough. I am just so mad about it.
Yeah, I know, and I don't blame you.
Oh, and us tragedy pimps over here. We're just such tragedy pimps.
Right.
What?
Yeah, Miss Daisy's using Don and Candace for money. I think I made what, $2 off that last live.
$2.
Let me see how much I made off that live that Candace was on.
That $2 can go to your your StreamYard.
Funds. I've not got paid for it yet. It doesn't say, but I guarantee it won't be much because they limited. And if anybody give me super,
Well, what are they making off of it? What are they making off of it? What are they making off of their lives while they're saying that? What are they making off of it? Stop.
I've never been
You know,
here
stop.
to buy my computers or to buy my stuff. I buy my stuff myself.
As Summer would say, stop.
Yep.
Well, what are they making off of it? They're obviously they're going live and making something too, right? So
exactly.
It's okay for them, but not okay for you. Let's flip that coin. Every time you've got a question or something to say, flip that coin. Flip the coin.
Well, I could go.
I'm mad, y'all. I'm so mad.
I could go and mock. I could go and mock Justice for All and Prayer Garden both for when they get super chats. Thank you, Hunty. Thank you for that. Thank you. If you guys don't start giving, I'm not doing this live. I've heard him say that before.
Yeah. So that's okay though, right? Because we're the tragedy pimps. Ha! 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 Listen, y'all, I'm usually nice, but I've had enough. Not a crime community with each other.
Right.
Big old fest.
Well, I give $20 towards Prayer Garden,
and we're just addressing it.
And you know what? I don't care what on her channel. I don't care if she earns $1 million a day. As long as she leaves me the hell alone, I don't care what she does. But it's a constant bash on me, and I ain't the one talking shit about her. These last lives, I hadn't said nothing. She got mad because I put Candace's Cash App out.
What? But why? Why get mad? What does that do? What is it doing to her? Nothing.
She's so jealous.
It's not changing her life at all. It's not.
She's so jealous of Candace, she can't stand it. That's what I think.
Well,
why else?
I guess maybe she should treat Candace like a daggone human being instead of a punching bag. How about that?
You can disagree with how you feel about somebody without viciously, vilely attacking them. Like,
exactly.
Horrible. Making a whole live about bashing another creator. While, I mean, come on. That just lets you see what kind of person they are. And that includes Justin for All.
Mm-hmm.
And
I will tell you this, Daisy, I used to really like Justin. I did. I thought when he covered, there was like a 911 call that, was around the same time Summer went missing. I thought, wow, he's really on his stuff. He knows what he's doing. But here lately, I'm just like, this, it's just very immature.
Yeah, I'm going to try to download what he put about Cam and Allie. I got that clipped where he was talking shit about Cam and Allie.
If you don't like somebody, just leave them alone. That's it. Just leave them alone.
He goes from channel to channel to bashing me. I'm not that worried about him. I don't know, but everybody said Justin's been in there bashing you. Justin just left and he's been in there bashing you. Maybe I deleted it, but we can pull it up on Prayer Gardens. Oh, yeah, here's where he says Cam is in his own world. Cam believes the earth is flat. That's what he put. He was in there talking shit about Cam.
Why? Why? What? How is that finding Summer to bash Cam and say, oh, well, he thinks the world is flat? What? How is that any productive at all?
Exactly. Justin don't know nothing about
Why
this.
are you victimizing people? Here you're supposed to be an advocate, for victims, and here you're victimizing people by saying lies and saying horrific, mean things about them. How you're
you know
just
what?
causing more victims. Why are you doing
I
that?
really
Stop.
haven't said anything bad about
Stop.
Justin. I just call him Pearls. I say
He
Pearly
calls
Pearls.
himself Pearls.
I'm not Vile. I just say
He calls himself
Pearly
Pearls.
Let's see. Prayers for Garden and Justin needs content. That's why they talk crap about everybody. If they're really upset about a child, um, they really need to worry about like people like Zav Girl putting out horrific things and stop coming after people because they are friends with Summer Wells's family.
And who you can be friends with whoever you want. What does that have anything to do with them?
Mm-hmm.
You could give them $1 million. What does that have anything to do with them?
Exactly.
What they're doing is causing more victims. You say that you are the voice of the victims, but then here you're causing more victims. Why? How does that make sense?
And then listen, there was somebody in Prayer Gardens last night named Susanna or something like that. She was like, I hate the way she bashed you, and the way she bashed you. And I'm like, you're in Prayer Gardens chat.
Did she not hear what Prayer Garden said to Trevor
about gay people?
Well, did she not hear what she said about Trevor? Poor little Trevor, a college student who took his own money
my weight horrifically, talked horrible about my weight and talked horrible about other people, but he don't want nobody saying nothing bad about him. Really, Justin? Come on there, bud. Come on.
Well, I know what Prayer Garden said to Trevor. That was horrific. Horrific.
We can play that. I got that too.
What?
I got what Prayer Garden said about him. I've got that on my line.
It was terrible.
Hey,
it was terrible. And Trevor, me and Trevor don't see eye to eye on things, and that's okay. And I think we both respect each other, regardless of what end of the spectrum we're on. But I will tell you this: what was said to Trevor, that was terrible. That was straight up terrible.
Yes, it was. Trevor's just a young boy.
He is. He's just trying to find his way in this world. He's going to college. He put his own money up for the reward.
Listen, I don't care.
Fine.
Great, whatever. That's your deal.
Exactly.
That's on you. I don't give a damn. Either way, my daughter has a transgender. Both my daughters have a transgender hairstylist they're friends with.
My uncle that I love dearly is a gay man, and he's married to a gay man, and they are the funnest, best two people that you will ever know.
But don't be going on and saying, oh, you're against hate when you're pushing hate yourself. Hate is hate no matter who it is you hate.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's more than just hate, Daisy. It is causing people to be victims too.
Right. Like, and then all the bad stuff that they said about people that's overweight. And a lot of people in her chat is overweight. And he has no idea about any kind of eating disorders. And actually, it's against the policies of YouTube to make fun of people with eating disorders. They could actually get their channel shut down making fun of people with eating disorders.
Yep.
That's his policy. I think Yanni sent me that. Somebody sent me that.
Oh, yeah. It's the policy, yeah. Mm-hmm.
The problem is that there was a lot of bashing and a lot of hate going on, a lot of defamation of character in that chat. I could care less how many memes she puts me on. I don't care what she says about me. I don't care what she does.
But don't go real life. Don't go real life.
Don't have.
That's where the line is. That's where the line is, right there.
Yep.
You go real life, expect real life to come back at you. That's for sure.
Exactly. Look at Dolly. He's in court. He's been battling court for months now. For months since the Quentin Simon case.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Yorkshire. How are you, Yorkshire Bros? Hello, Jack. Jesus loves everyone, red, yellow, black, and white.
That's
And
right.
he loves people who are gay as well.
That's
I would
right.
never tell a person that is gay that they're not good enough for God. That's between them and God. That's not for me to judge. That's not my judging. My life is to keep my life straight, not nobody else's. I don't agree with Daisy and Christine at all with Summer's case, but I love them. When I have nothing nice to say, I say nothing. Oh, thank
I
you,
like
Bless
that.
you.
Thank you. And that is a perfect example of how it should be.
Right.
Perfect example. And we don't bash people who do not support the Wells. That's
Right.
fine. That's your decision. It's okay. It's your decision. But, you know, Candace is our sister, and it is our choice to be friends with her.
Right.
It is our choice. It has nothing to do with anybody else.
All right.
And then to say because we're friends with the parents that we're bad parents, you better stop. Don't ever say that about me again. And you know who you are, because I am a good parent, and so is Daisy. So I don't want to hear that from anybody else ever again. I'm telling you. I'll tell you later, but don't ever say that about me or Daisy again.
Oh, they're so green-eyed jealous of you. They can't stand it.
There's no reason to be jealous of me.
I struggle daily and I feel so guilty. My therapist is helping me work it out. Prayers for you, Miss God's girl. Prayers for you.
And I'm going to tell you this, Daisy. There are some of the subscribers who have been in my comments section and has apologized for treating us badly. And they just, you know, and if somebody apologizes, me and Daisy have no problem forgiving and forgetting and moving on, because, you know, we're not perfect either.
Right.
You know, and to me, that warms my heart when I hear someone say, you know, I'm really sorry. I shouldn't have treated you that way. And, you know, why wouldn't we forgive that? No, we're going to forgive that because, you know, we're not perfect either.
Right. None of us are perfect.
But there are a lot of people that are saying that, starting to say that to us now.
Hang on just a second, right quick, okay,
Christine? Okay. But yeah, it's okay to have a difference of opinion. And as a matter of fact, I love to hear other people's difference of opinion, as long as it's respectful. We are respectful to everyone, even if it is a difference of opinion, as long as you're respectful too. It's a two-way street. And this is what I always tell my boys. You got to be a friend to have a friend. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's the same with respect.
Somebody come in here and ask, somebody just asked, I seen that if I seen a transgender man that's dressed as a woman, would I call it a female? Okay.
That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. This is about Summer.
My daughter's hairstylist is transgender, right? I know his male name. I know his female name. I do not want to hurt his feelings, so I call him by his female name. That's simple. That's what he wants to be called, so I call him by his female name. I love him to death. He comes to all of our weddings. He's the hairstylist for all of us. I would never, ever, ever do anything to hurt his feelings or tell him that he's not worthy of God and that God will never love him. No, we all sin. Every sin is equal. None is no different. That's his battle to deal with. I have mine. He has his. That's all I'm saying about that. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Kristen.
No, that's okay. I just didn't want. Sometimes I feel like people come in and just ask a loaded question.
Yeah. Yeah, they do.
And,
but I just want to make that perfectly clear. Do I think that that should be pushed on little children? Absolutely not. And a lot of transgender people feel the same way. Children does not need to have that stuff pushed on them. Absolutely not. Now, if a person grows up and they feel that way, that's between them and God. I'm leaving it there. I'm leaving it there. But what I do want to talk about, and what we come here to talk about, and before we got a little sidetracked with all the drama, is Summer Wells and what we feel might have happened to Summer Wells. We're not blaming anybody. We're not saying that anybody's involved for sure. I mean, this is just our opinions and our opinions only. I do think there's more to what Fred said.
And he said it. So why shouldn't we take him for his word?
Mm-hmm.
Until he is. Here's what I think's happening. If he has a deal on the table, he has about a month to decide if he is going to abide by the contract of that deal. And that deal may consist of giving up who, other than, he's already named Cotton. Okay. And I know some people are like, well, what about Cotton's family? This is hurting Cotton. Listen, we did not say it. Fred Hill said it. So if they have an issue, they need to go talk to Fred Hill, because we don't even know Cotton. We don't even know Fred Hill. But we do know, and we did hear what Fred Hill said, and that's important and should never be dismissed. If he says that Cotton did something with Summer's body, number one, he implemented that Summer's not any longer with us, number one. Number two, he implemented a place where she could be found. And number three, who did it? And he said more than one, because he said they. So there are three things, major things that he said there. Yes, he was talking to Ziggy over the phone, but I'll tell you what, the jail records those and they take that very seriously. There is no other leads in Summer's case. They have to look at it. They have to. And if they can't find where Fred's talking about, I'd put some cuffs on Fred, put him in the car, drive him to where he says that where Cotton put her, and have him show the police where he claims that Cotton put her and whoever they are.
Exactly.
And that's not us. That's not coming from us. That is coming from Fred Hill himself. That doesn't. We are not saying this. We are not making this up. This is coming from him. So, I mean, you got to look at it. What else? There's no other leads.
Facts. Justice for All wants to talk about facts, which I've never heard him say before. Facts.
What about facts? Facts is that Fred Hill said, that's a fact. Fred Hill said that is a fact.
Fred Hill, the fact of the matter is, Fred Hill got on a video chat with Ziggy and stated this himself.
I think he did that on purpose. I think he was scared of in jail. And he even says, I just want Summer found. That's all he said. I just want, and we're not saying that Fred did anything to Summer. He didn't even say he didn't say we, which is big. He didn't say we, he said they. So to me, when he's saying we, that if he said we, he would implement himself. But he didn't say we, he said they. That means Cotton and at least two other people, because that's a they.
I believe there's more. He has implicated himself in this case a lot. I'm just saying, this is my opinion. I'm not stating these as facts or anything else. When you get the gut feeling, you get the gut feeling, you know. And, you know, why would he do this? This is the second time that he's played games in this case. This is a serious thing that he's got on here and said. We all know, for one thing, I think every one of us can agree that whoever went up on that hill and took that baby knew that baby, knew how
Yep.
that baby did,
Hmm.
knew about the property, was familiar with the property, and had been up on that hill several times.
Right.
Trevor said, I have to ask both why Fred would say that and why the Wells would not cooperate with police. Both suspicious. But Trev, you don't know if they're not cooperating with the police.
Okay. So Daisy, let me get this one.
Okay.
Trev, if you listen back on Ronnie Lawson's live, the reason why he said that they're not cooperating is because he said they have lawyers. Well, that doesn't necessarily mean they're not cooperating. That just means they have the God-given right and by the law have the right to have lawyers. Now, I don't know if he was talking about the lawyers that were for the boys, because I don't think they had retained a lawyer for just Summer's case. I think they were just speaking of the boys' case.
Yeah.
And if you listen back on Leslie Earhart on the June 2022 news release, she says that we are not going to define cooperation because all that does is cause controversy among the community. So she put a stop to that, basically saying that Ronnie shouldn't have said that.
Yeah, because
So
Candace made the point to go to the news and say that is untrue. She went to the news.
right.
Went to news and said, I don't know why he said that. That is not true. We don't
Mhm.
have lawyers. She said that herself on the news. Her and her mother. So I don't know.
And what was Trev's other question?
I don't know. He said Sheriff Lawson said they weren't cooperating. How do you
Yeah,
stop
he did.
cooperating to find your own child? Well, Don said since then that they've talked to him several times in jail.
Yep.
I mean, they talk to him all the time.
Yep.
He even said, I guess a while back, he said on somebody's channel that um, the FBI talked to him not too long ago.
Yep.
So I don't know what Lawson's deal is, to be honest with you. For Candace to come out on the news and say that's not true, I don't know. I don't know. I understand where you're coming from, though, Trevor. I do.
Yeah. But I think later on after that it was determined that the lawyer was for the boys' case, not for Summer's case.
Why did Candace grab a notepad after that instead of speaking? Because she has social anxiety. I'm
Mm-hmm.
just going to tell you that. She has bad social anxiety, you guys.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we've seen a lot out of her coming up here on panel talking. She can't even do it on her own panel. That's why
Mm-mm.
she's not live, because she has a hard time expressing how she feels.
Yeah.
That's why.
And she's afraid that if she says something that people are going to twist it and make it something that it's not.
And they do. And they do.
I
mean,
wouldn't want to come up on I wouldn't want to either. Heck, we're not even, under the, microphone or the microglass, and anything we say is twisted.
Hell, we've been attacked horrible. I understand where Trevor's coming from. I understand he feels he's very young. He's very passionate about this case. You
Yep.
know, he wants justice for Summer just like the rest of us do. But
And Trevor, I just want to say, Jinky said you are the sweetest thing. She said she met you at the vigil, and she said you were just a dear. You were a sweetheart.
yeah,
And just wanted to say that.
yeah.
What? Did she tell me to hang on? Is it just us? Uh-oh. When the cat's away, the mice will play. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I think Fred told Ziggy that stuff knowing that it's being recorded, just because I think he does not feel confident. Huh?
Sorry, I'm back.
And some people are like, well, it's been 3 weeks and there's no charges. There's no this. It takes a while. If they found something, it gets sent away to forensics, and it takes about a month to 6 weeks to, go through the DNA.
We've never accused you of having summer, Trev.
Huh? What?
He said Jinkies is kind. Hang on. Jinkies is
He said-
kind. I lost it. Sorry.
He said that we accused him of having summer?
Accused me of having summer either. I've never
What?
accused him of that. I've never accused Trevor of that. Maybe he's not saying we did.
Huh? What?
I don't know. I don't know what he's talking about.
What?
After hearing about Fawn's domestic violence to her, it's sad to me that humanity is dismissing it because in opinions of others, of women. I think we all can agree that Timmy needs to be fired. Didn't Candace do that once or twice? I don't think he's ever been hired.
Mm-mm. I think he's donating his service and time. I believe.
I've never seen him accuse you of having anything to do with it, Trevor.
No, I've never heard anybody say that you had anything to do with it.
I've never accused you of that.
No. Why would we?
We agree to disagree, Trevor, but
yeah,
I've never accused you of having anything to do with Summer.
Is that what he's saying? That we accused him of having Summer?
That has done it before.
Well, we can't, people have their own opinion. We can't control that. But Daisy and I don't think you have anything to do with Summer. We've never said that. Never, not once.
What service he named me a suspect? Huh?
What?
I don't know what he's talking about.
What service?
I have no idea. He's
I don't know either.
Everyone. I mean,
we did?
No, I don't know what he's talking about.
I was saying, because I know we did not. We never accused him of anything. We don't even.
Though I've been following true crime for a long time. The thing is that none of us know.
Mm-mm.
The vet's gone?
Yeah.
What?
I told him to call the vet back today. The vet was supposed to call us back for the baby, and he never called us back. I don't know why.
Maybe he's not in.
Spelling it out. But anyways, back to what we think. Oh, thank you, Abigail. Thank you for that super sticker. Thank you. God
Ching,
bless
ching,
you.
ching.
Yeah, we've only heard good things about Trevor. He's Trevor, and he's interested in the Summer Wells case just like the rest of us are.
Yeah.
Thank you, Abigail, for that super sticker. Thank you, thank you. But anyway, we're talking about summer now, so let's get back to the summer thing. The reason why is because now we know what was going on with Fred. That's a big red flag there. That's a fact. He was arrested for it. Allegedly innocent until proven guilty, but he was arrested for it. And so, I feel like there's a lot more going on than what meets the eye. People have accused Cher, Benny, even Cam and Allie. Everybody's been blamed in this case. It had to be somebody that knew that area, knew that house, had been up at that house several times. I'm not saying it was Fred, but now he's implicated himself a whole lot in this case.
Yep, he did, not us. He did it.
Yep. What does
and
he know?
And he even named people. I mean, you've got to be pretty. Listen, Fred knows that everybody is entangled with each other, related in some way, shape, or form there. So for him to come out and say and actually name someone, that's more than just saying what he had said before.
Exactly.
And I know that Cotton is no longer alive, but that doesn't matter. He still has family. So Fred, I don't think he would say that if that wasn't the case or what he actually believes, because, he can open himself up to more charges. And that's just the truth.
Right.
That's why I tend to believe him, because, if you point your finger at someone and you're being recorded by law enforcement, I feel like he is afraid that information will not get to where it needs to go. And so I think by him telling Ziggy, I think he is relying on Ziggy to turn that into the TBI and not just Hawkins County. Now, I'm not saying that's just my opinion on that part.
Abigail said, thank you, Abigail, for that super sticker.
Thank you, Abigail.
Thank you. Just an FYI, Zav Girls Patreon has been shut down. Good. Praise the Lord. If anybody ever needed a Patreon shut down, that to me was horrific, y'all.
I don't even know what happened. She posted an autopsy of somebody.
Little Cannon, the little boy that was stuffed in a suitcase. She posted a video and on her Patreon to be paid. People had to pay to see it, of his unalived body.
No.
Private parts was showing in it.
No.
Yes.
How did she get that? How did she get that?
He paid for it and got it somehow. I don't know. But it had horrific footage of his, unaliving. And they said
normally the coroner does not release that. How would she have gotten that?
That's no idea how these people get the stuff they get. I have no idea. But I think a lot more people should be furious over it than just.
I bet you his family is.
Know that. Oh, thank you. Bless Grandma. Thank you.
Bless Grandma. Ching, ching. Those are my tambourines. Ching, ching, ching. Those are tambourine sounds.
Bless Grandma. Thank you guys for supporting my channel. God bless you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, it's Gannon's. It was his little Gannon. Yeah, they shut her.
That's terrible.
Thank you, Bless Grandma. Thank you, Abigail. Thank you all for supporting my channel. I appreciate that. Do you not think TBI and FBI would investigate that, though, if they thought it was credible information coming from...
And we don't know that they didn't. We don't know that they haven't. We don't know if, oh, did that lady leave her? Okay, no, she didn't. Okay, she's still there. That we don't know that they haven't. We don't know that, they hadn't found anything. We just have to be patient. We have to be patient. And I know it's hard because it's been 2 years, but we have to be patient on this, you guys. We can't just say that they're not doing anything, because we don't know that. We don't know that they're not. I have a feeling they are.
Oh, thank you, Courtney. Thank you for that super sticker. Thank you. Thank you, Crooked Arrow. Thank you, Crooked Arrow, for that super sticker. Thank you.
Auntie Sherry. Auntie Sherry.
Thank you, Courtney.
Auntie Sherry. Thank you, Courtney.
Grandma, Abigail. Thank you guys for supporting my channel.
Thank you.
God bless you guys. Thank you so much. That really means a lot. M9 said that person is only feeding the psychos and taking... Hang on. Thank you guys for becoming members and everything else. Hang on. Feeding the psychos and taking mental health and humanity. TG, they got shut down. We have to pray she stops. Yeah, I think that was too far. Like, I've never had a problem with Zav Girl, but this right here is horrible. Thank you so much, Courtney. Thank you, Auntie Sherry. Thank you, Jackie. Thank you for that super sticker.
Thank you, Jackie.
God bless you. God bless you. Thank you so much for that. Thank you all for supporting me.
Everybody's showing you love.
Yes, thank you all. God bless you guys. How do you all feel when they are... Hang on. Hey, Soulshine.
There's no sunshine when she's gone.
Exonerated. I don't know what that means.
What she
Exonerate.
said? What?
How
was the
will
question?
y'all feel when they are exonerated? Exonerated. What does that mean?
Like
No,
proving that they had something to do with it. And like I said, I would rather be kind to someone and find out that they did have something to do with it rather than be hateful and mean and destroy someone and find out they're innocent. That's just me.
right.
Which, I don't think that they had anything to do with it, but that's right. It's my choice to feel that way, but it doesn't make me a bad person. And it doesn't make Daisy a bad person for feeling that same way either.
Jackie said, Miss Christine, Fred said Ellie came to him and asked him about cotton.
See? Thank you. There you go. Boom, drop the mic.
Mama. Personally, I think it's wrong to put those pictures out. However, Zav Girl is since science nut. And I honestly do believe she was looking at science of it and wasn't grasping how horrible it was.
See?
But the thing is, Angela, is that was a
somebody's child.
That was a child. And she put it where they had to pay to see it. I'm a nurse and I have a degree in science as well. And I would never do that. Never. Ever. If people continue to search, she listed as a missing child. Okay, Reap What You Sow said, I can't see Zav doing that maliciously at all. She put it on Patreon so it wouldn't be public. But she should have never it should have never been put out, Reap What You Sow. It just should have never been put out. That's an innocent, precious baby. I'm sorry, but no, there's some lines you just don't cross. And that's one of them.
Yeah. And is Zav Girl, is she young? Is she a younger person? I mean, I don't know who she is.
In her 30s,
Is she? Oh, wow.
Yeah. She looks like she's in her late 20s, early 30s.
Well, then she probably knew better, but she knows that she made that mistake, and she made the mistake, and we should not
taken down for sure. I'm glad it was taken down.
Yeah, but she made the mistake, and she shouldn't. You learn from your mistakes, and I don't watch Zav Girl, but I don't think anyone should come at her and be horrible to her. Just she probably feels horrible enough as it is without anybody else saying a word.
Exactly. Well, they said she's defending it, but I still don't want to come after her because listen, we all make
there's no reason.
We all make mistakes, y'all.
Right.
That's just all I'm gonna put it. I'm not wanting to attack her. I don't believe in attacking nobody. I'm glad it was taken down. I'm glad that she can't put it out no more.
Yeah, and I bet you if something like that happens, a decision like that happens again, I bet you she will think differently.
Yeah, I hope. We hope anyway. But let's make no mistake. A lot of people said, "Oh, well, Don's got new charges on him." Where did you hear that at? Don does not have no new charges on him. That is such a big lie.
Who said that Don's got new charges on him? He does not. He doesn't have any new charges on him, y'all.
To 100K and wants to get. Well, she probably lost some subscribers over that. But she'll get them back. I understand it's horrible. I do not agree with it. I do not approve of it. Me either. Do I want to viciously attack Zav Girl? No. But I do think that people shouldn't be as upset. People are more upset at me and Christine for Dawn and Candace than they are of her putting out horrific stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Crazy.
Well, I mean, there's just more people are causing others to be victims by doing that,
Someone did that to my niece that was murdered and burned. I would be outraged. Oh, yeah, Kim. Me
that
too.
was my child.
Think about it.
Ooh. That's all I'm gonna say. I really don't think she did that maliciously. I don't know, but it sounds like if people who have a scientific mind do think differently, I'm not defending her because I don't even know. I didn't see it. I don't even know who she is, but hopefully she learned by her mistake.
Mistakes happen.
But it should not have been put out there for sure.
It should not have been put out there. I agree. But I'm not going to attack her over it. You know what I'm saying? I just don't.
Yeah.
I don't.
And trust me, she is probably, nobody probably has to say a word to her. She probably feels bad enough already. And that's, I mean, at least that's how I would be. If I did something and, you know, it was the wrong thing to do. I am my biggest person that beat myself up. I don't need anyone to say anything to me because I can do it all by myself. That's why I said nobody should be jealous of me. Nobody should be anything, because when you have a heart, you are your own worst enemy. You don't have to have somebody to beat you up. You do it to yourself. You're just like, why did I do that? I shouldn't have done that. And you try to make it right. That's all you can do. You can't take it back.
Yep. She put it behind a paywall. Sounds like she knew her intentions. Trev said, if the court would have never sent that to her, she would not have sent. Hang on. Chat's going by really fast, you guys. Sorry about that. Once I start reading one, it goes away. Hey, Cripple Creek Farm.
And I can't help you.
How are you? Hello. It's okay. But you know, everybody says, oh, well, we don't talk about Summer. Well, when we do, we get attacked, or, you know.
And when we don't, we get attacked.
We have a right to feel how we feel and what we've observed and everything. So I think that someone got a hold of their baby that day.
I do too.
Or got a little farther than what they thought. She got down that road and somebody grabbed her.
Yep. And just like Sayla said, you know, as parents, we feel like we know our kids, but there has been experiment after experiment when the parents say, oh, my child would never go with a stranger. We've talked to them about it. We have blah, blah, blah. And by golly, what happens? Their kid goes with a stranger.
Oh, yeah. My nephew did that once.
You're like, why did you do that?
My nephew took off and I couldn't find him. He took off with his friends. He was like 13 or 14. And my sister-in-law called and said, he wouldn't do that. I said, oh, yes, he would. I said he would. And sure enough, that's what he did. He come back after the police and everybody was looking for him. But
I mean, as parents, we would want to believe that our kids listen to every word that we say and abide by it.
Hey, Michelle Davis.
But they don't. They really don't.
She's young and doesn't have children. I do agree with you, Miss Daisy.
Oh, she doesn't. That girl doesn't have any children.
Post. Yeah, I didn't know that. She didn't
that
have
explains
any.
It.
Yeah,
that does explain. That explains some of it. I'm not saying that it's okay, but it does explain the more scientific part of it than emotional part of it. Sounds to me like she wasn't looking at the emotional part.
Right. Hey, Tree. Trev said, I definitely believe there could have been an abduction. I just don't think it played out exactly how Candace said, which is okay, but that's how an abduction would be more plausible.
Right. Well, and Candace says that, you know, the last time she seen her was going into the house and, you know, the boys were to, you know, look after her and the boys seen her go downstairs. So, you know, listen, I've had children too, and I know doesn't matter what I say, they're going to, if they get mad, whatever kind of logic goes on into a child's head is out the door if they get upset. And probably Summer was mad because she asked her brothers to go down there and play with her and they didn't do it. So she probably was like, well, I'm going to go outside then and play by myself.
And I think she wandered down that road or down to that creek or down by the tree trimmers or whoever,
Mhm.
and they grabbed her. I think that it was an crime of opportunity. And I do believe now that Fred has come out, and this is because Fred has come out and said it. It's not like we're just accusing him out of the blue. In my opinion, I believe Fred knows exactly. That's just my opinion, allegedly. Not
Yeah.
saying it's a factor, I'm just saying it's my opinion only that Fred knows more. He would not
Yep.
have said
And you
it.
know what they say, those hills have eyes. And I bet you Fred's got some pretty big eyes up on that hill.
Everyone can do their channel the way they choose, but until someone is cleared, I wouldn't coddle them. Interviews are the thing.
But
Coddling.
that's your opinion. That's your
Let
opinion. And being nice to someone and treating them decently like a human being, that's not coddling. I'm sorry, but it's not.
Miss Daisy, we got a few new babies on the farm. How is your baby doing? My babies are doing good, every one of them, including the little one. We're still on the struggle bus with him a little bit, but we'll get him through it, just like we did baby G. I'm glad your babies are doing good, Cripple Creek Farm. Um,
What do you think, Daisy? Do you think what we do for Candace and Don is coddling them?
no, I don't think it is. We're
Mm-mm.
befriending them. They have lost their job because of people. Don has literally lost his job because of people harassing him and stuff. They're trying to
Mhm.
get on their feet. They're struggling. Every time they get ahead, YouTubers step in and screw it up, just like they did with the whole he was working in Arkansas. What do they do? Call his freaking PO and aggravate the far out of his PO. And
Or what do? They stalk them and then knock on their room doors and yell obscenities to them. Film
Mhm.
their car and inside of what's in their car. I mean,
Right.
but so but is that okay to do? I mean, I think if we treat them as human beings, I don't see anything wrong with that. I see more wrong with what has been done, calling um, probation officers, calling or stalking them and filming their personal property and banging on their door and saying harassing phrases to them, just to not just to say how you doing or whatever, just to get a reaction. That is stalking. So I feel like treating somebody as a human being is way better than harassing and causing more victimization to happen.
Hi,
I mean,
innocence.
if I had to choose.
Right. Jackie said yes, but where are the boys being told a narrative at the time? Who knows? I reckon the social worker has the key when the boys feel comfortable to um,
Well, the
speak up.
boys said the boys told Ronnie Lawson that they seen Summer going out the back door. That's what they said. They said that to law enforcement. And you would think, you know, boys would, when you have authority
Right.
figure come in and asking you when was the last time you seen your sister, that's pretty intimidating to
Right.
children.
And
And so
guys,
they're more than likely going to tell the truth.
I want to say this to the chat. Chat is welcome to their own opinion. They're welcome to their opinion. Please do not time them out,
As
and
long as they're
please be
respectful.
as long as they're stating their opinion and how they feel respectfully without attacking anybody and being mean, please do not time them out. Okay? Because they're entitled to their opinion. Okay. Sorry. But
It's hard. It is hard. I think all of this is stemming from everybody just being so frustrated because there's no answers. There's nothing.
right. But Fred Hill coming up forward and saying, hey, it's serious shit what he said,
Mhm. Oh yeah, it
Basically
can't
said
be dismissed.
what Christine is saying. What words is Christine saying that's upsetting Mama Bear of 5? I believe Summer was abducted after wandering off. I do too, Jackie.
Hmm. Yep. I think she probably, since she loves water, I bet you she went down to the creek because, the scent disappears at the end of their driveway. So either someone took her down there at the end of the driveway or she went up to the creek and went by Fred's house, because those, like Michelle Walk said, those two creeks do join together. Ben Hill and Limestone, those two creeks go together. And if she followed the creek on up, playing in the water, because it was one of the hottest days in June,
Christine, do you
she
want
would be attracted to the water. Huh?
She said Daisy, she's trying to put the blame on the boys or Summer herself for getting off the property.
What?
She's saying that you're blaming the boys and Summer for going off the property.
Okay. If that's what you want to think, that's fine.
What she's doing.
It's fine if that's
blaming
how she wants to think.
If the baby wandered off the property and down the road, that's not blaming nobody. She's a baby, you guys. She's a baby.
That's fine. I don't care.
With the boys, she's not. That's how things get twisted, y'all. That's right there. It's how things get twisted. People come in here.
I'm just tired of that.
I am too.
So if that's how you feel, if that's what I'm saying, then that's fine. You have the right to your opinion to feel that way. That's not what I'm saying, but that's okay.
We're standing on the property outside. That's where it loses me, because they were up at the camper. Okay. Summer went out the back door. She could have very easily went out that back door. The child was fast as lightning. You don't know how fast a child can move, how fast a kid can get gone. Mm-hmm. She could have been off that back door and down that road faster than lightning, because she looked like she was faster than lightning. Mm-hmm. I hope the truth comes out soon. Me too. Now, the thing is,
and we know that, that grandma came out and said she took her nap. So, I mean, obviously everyone is tired at this point. So, everybody's not moving at their tip top shape, as they would be like in the morning. So, who knows? Summer could have went out the back door while Candace was coming through the front door. You don't know.
I'm going to tell you this, Mama Bear of 5. I was walking 3 feet behind my grandmother, 3 feet behind my grandmother, when a grown man grabbed me around my mouth and dragged me in the building, and Grandma didn't even know it. She kept walking. She had no clue. I was 3 feet behind her. People can take kids in a second, in a millisecond. Mm-hmm. That doesn't mean that you come after the parents.
Exactly.
Are you going to say that same thing about Tyler Vaughn? Because he, Monkey was there 1 second, the next minute he was gone. It was not Tyler's fault. When kids wander off, it's not the parents' fault. Sometimes, listen, you can watch a kid every eye and turn your back for 5 seconds and that child is gone.
Yep.
I'm just saying.
My son did it. My oldest son, he's now 30. He did it. I think he was like 5'6", between 5'6" and 7. And I was at JCPenney's and I just turned around, was looking at clothes or something. And I turned back around to say, hey, do you like this shirt or whatever it was that I was looking at? And he was gone, nowhere to be found. I searched high and low, started yelling and screaming. And all of a sudden, it got real quiet, and I just kind of just stopped for a minute and just to try to gather myself, because my heart was sinking. I was in a panic. I was shaking. And then I got real quiet and I heard giggling. And I was I was beyond myself, freaking out. And here he was. He thought it was funny to see me in a panic.
Yeah.
Under the clothes. The clothes rack, hiding. He was. And he came out. But luckily I heard him giggling, and everything turned out fine. But things like that can happen. Thank
Don,
God for me, my kid was hiding, but
well, I just want to say this: Don and Candace has not been named as a suspect. In the eyes of the law, everybody's still a suspect.
mhm,
Everybody, nobody has been excluded out of it. But that doesn't mean
no.
they specifically named as suspects. Trevor, I personally believe that Candace gave Ellie the full timeline as she remembers, but I also believe that Ellie would have asked Candace to keep something quiet for the timelines. Daisy, please have Christine say it wasn't the boys or the Summer's fault. You want to
What?
address Christine? Christine
I'm
is
not.
not that Mama Bear.
Listen, what I said was Candace said to watch the boy or the boys to watch Summer. Summer went down in the basement, right? So I'm not saying that the boys did anything to Summer. Did I say that? No. But listen,
Trevor, I want to address that. Tyler and Brandy are not the focus of the investigation. Ellie never said the same about the Wells. Well, they polygraphed Tyler. At one time, though, a lot of people were coming after Brandy and Tyler, which I stood up for, and I've always stood up for Brandy and Tyler, and I still stand up for Brandy and Tyler. But not always have they cleared Brandy and Tyler. They have. We all, I believe, we all can agree that the Idaho police is on their job about it. Where Hawkins County, I'm not too sure about. I don't know. We don't know what Hawkins County knows. All we
mm-mm.
know is that there's a man on coming on social media in jail for selling the big M word, saying that he knows where this missing child's unalived body is, and that
Mhm.
right there is a big red flag. Whether you like it
Yep.
or not, that's a huge red flag.
Yep. And not only that, named the person, one of the people who put her there.
Love the Eagle said they found missing 7-year-old Anna out of MA in the river. It wasn't the parents' fault. Too many people passing judgment these days. Shame on them. Innocent
Thank you.
until proven guilty, guys.
Mhm. Yep.
The
Yep.
scenarios are the same. I've never thought Brandy or Tyler had anything to do, even though there were people and creators attacking them. A lot of creators that are attacking Candace and Don, Prayer Garden, Don B, uh, Harsh Reality. Harsh Reality was horrible. Came after Brandy and Tyler, and I always stood by them, just as I am Don and Candace now. You know. I'm not going to attack the parents until proven otherwise. I'm not going to do it.
No.
Well,
And go ahead.
you go ahead.
And like I said, kids do, as a parent, you think that your kids are going to act one way. But like I said, you've seen those. I don't know. Has everybody seen those where the guy, he's not going to do any harm to any of the kids, but he asked the parents, do you want me to see if your child will come with a stranger? And they're like, oh yeah, I want to test it and see if they will. And almost every single one of them kids will leave with him. Everyone. And the parents swear up and down because they want to believe that their children will listen to them. But sometimes that's why they're children. Their judgment is not developed all the way. It happens. And every single time, what happens? They leave with the stranger. Good thing
Exactly.
it's just an experiment, but now hopefully those kids that did do that, which is 99% of them do it,
Yeah.
hopefully they learn from their lesson. And if it ever were to happen again, and that's why it's good to practice with your kids, if this scenario happens, this is what you should do, and we would always say to our boys, stranger danger. And not all the time people who abduct children are strangers. You know, someone who is a bad person isn't going to come out and have a mean look on their face and be hateful and horrible. No, they're going to come at you nice. They're going to come at them friendly. So you have to practice that with your kids and your grandkids.
I'm going to be honest with you. I feel like the reason why it's different, like why Brandy and Tyler is with the law enforcement versus Donna and Candace, is because Donna and Candace has a previous history with substances. They have previous criminal records, and I feel like that's easy judgment on them. That's just what I think. I think
Like the police judging them.
Well, not so much the police, but I feel like that there's a lack of communication there. There might not be. I'm not saying there is. I'm just saying I don't know if Candace even knows how to reach out to them, like, and try, because you all seen she got very upset and she said that the police will talk to Brandy, but they wouldn't never talk to her. And I think it's because the police are wanting her to reach out to them, and then she don't know to reach out to them. And I just think it's a lack of communication, because Candace is not a very, she is an introverted person. I feel like she has social anxiety a little bit. And so that plays a role there. That's what I think. Not everybody reacts the same. Not everybody reacts the same. That we all want, people to act differently, but not everybody acts the same, For a long time, Tyler wouldn't even talk on in the interviews. He wouldn't talk. Did that mean he was innocent or guilty? No. It just means that he had social anxiety. He probably blamed himself for a lot of what happened. And finally he did come forward and start speaking more. And they found out that, these parents had nothing to do with it. They were attacking Brandy and Tyler a lot.
Yep.
They were.
And Candace has even stated herself, what if she would have done this differently? What if that is a normal reaction? What if you would have done this differently? What if I would have done that differently? Your biggest person that is going to, be hard on yourself.
Right.
That is normal to be that way.
Right. Exactly, Jessica. I think a lot of it has to do with the whole Donna and Candace's past. And it's easy for people to judge. I know that.
Well, of course, because look at some of them are putting their whole criminal records out there, right? Didn't that just recently happen? I mean,
not only that, but just digging up old stuff, and just law enforcement, let them do what they need to do. And let's not attack these people no more, you guys. They've been through it enough.
Let me ask the chat or you, Daisy, a question.
Okay.
What is this thing about fake TBI agents? What is that? Was somebody faking saying that they were a TBI agent?
I heard something about that, but I'm not sure.
That's against the law to say that you're an agent when you're not. That's a big jail time.
It is.
What's the chat saying? I can't see it. The chat.
Let's see.
Because I've not heard that until here recently, that there was fake TBI agents or something, or FBI agents.
It pretty much says they told Candace not to give public full timeline as it says on TBI page. They do not discuss them.
Okay. Well, there you go.
The investigation. And it needs to be protected.
Yeah. And, everybody's saying, oh, their arrest is coming soon. How long have y'all been saying that. Not everybody, but the ones that think that the parents are guilty. How long has that been said? From like the very beginning. And here we are 2 years in.
We don't know if is deceased. Someone
No.
said
Fred,
Summer,
now that was Fred's allegation. Fred is saying that. Fred said.
we don't know that. She could very much be alive out there somewhere.
Until there is something that says different. Now, we can't help what Fred says, but it shouldn't be dismissed either.
No, it shouldn't. I mean, that is a serious allegation.
Mm-hmm.
The things
Especially when you're actually naming someone that had something to do with it.
And he was in the area that day.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I wouldn't just shrug that off as nothing.
Nope. And in Fred's own words, the cadaver dogs hit. That's what he said, that they were cadaver dogs. He didn't say they were search dogs. Up his driveway, not at the end of his driveway, up his driveway. That's what he said. That's what Fred said. So, you got to think to yourself, why would he tell a lie about it, especially that early on? Why would he tell a lie? Now, I know he did say something about bones, but he also said, if you listen, that that they're most likely animal bones. He said that.
Well, if the law enforcement told them not to talk about the timeline, why would they do that?
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't. And I wouldn't ask them to.
No. And when we talk to them, we don't even discuss a timeline.
No. Just like with Monkey's case, I don't dig hard into Monkey's case because Ellie is doing their job and I don't want to mess it up. I don't want to be the one responsible for messing it up. Me and Christine found out something one time. I sent it to Brandy. We never put it out. I sent it straight to Brandy.
Yep. And she did whatever she needed to do with it, which I think it was resolved pretty much after that.
I don't claim to be an investigator. I'm nothing. I don't know much about law enforcement. I don't claim to know. I'm not a freaking investigator or a press or whatever you name. I'm a cow on a farm. But will I come on here and talk about how I feel and what my opinion is? Yes. Christine over here now that has sleuth.
Hey, if it's available to the public, there's nothing wrong with research. Now, I will research.
Tell them what you found.
What do you mean?
Regarding Fred.
There's a lot. Which one?
Why do you feel like Fred might be involved?
Why do I feel like that? Because he says, because of what he said. He seems to know a lot. Do I think that Fred did anything? No, because he didn't say we. And when you're under pressure like that, you kind of don't pay attention to the words that you use. And he didn't say we. He said they, meaning, and he did say Cotton, and then he said they, blank, blank, blank. So that tells me, because he was under pressure. People were in the background. Some of those prisoners were in the background listening to him. that tells me he just knows information.
Mm-hmm.
Do I think that Fred did anything to Summer? I don't think so. I think, but pretty much what I think, I don't know. Should I say what I think?
I just watched what I said. I mean, like,
Well, I just think that it's not, if something happened to Summer, I don't think anyone took her and was doing anything, wanted to do anything harmful to her, put it that way. I think that if what Fred is saying is true, and she's, you know, whatever Fred said, I think it was an accident, because if she did go down and wander down that dog trail right onto that road, you know, Fred was in and out of that holler all day, right? You've got people looking at property that's for sale. They've never been in that area before. You know, an accident might have happened now, and maybe that's what happened. You know, anybody can speculate. You can speculate all day long. I don't think anyone did anything purposely heinous to Summer, and that's just my opinion.
do you think she wandered
But my
down?
mind can't go there. What?
So you think she wandered down the road or the creek and somebody accidentally hit her?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Could have been. Could have been.
Because, and the reason why I feel that way, that could be a possibility, is because the way that she jumped, and Candace, I'm sorry, but it's the way that she jumped in front of that, her brother's bike in the video. She was not scared at all. She was just like, hey, I said stop. She seemed like she was very confident little girl. And that says a lot, because, you know, she seemed very confident. Anyone who is being abused is not a confident child. They're usually meek and mild and scared. And, you know, she seemed very confident. She didn't have any problem getting up there on that church stage. She didn't have any problems. You know, she didn't seem like she was, you know, afraid of anything. She just was like, hey, like she was the boss. And, you know,
JD said there'd be trace evidence of a collision with the body. I don't know if it would, if it, and I hate to talk about like this because I just hate to go there, but I don't know. I don't think it's right to share with your kids and other stuff they did. My opinion, Dodd's word out of his own mouth. I don't agree with the showering thing either. It could have been very innocent. I don't know. I don't think it was good, but I don't think Don hurt that baby. I think Don loved her. By any means, I don't think him or Candace would have deliberately hurt her in any way. She was their everything.
listen, that little girl was confident. You could tell. Look at the videos of her at church. She has confidence.
Yes, she does.
And a lot of kids that are abused, you see them. They look down. They're afraid to make eye contact. They're, you know, they're
They
just,
wasn't
you know,
like Summer up running and loving. And you can go back on Candace's Facebook post and where she posted that her baby girl was her everything, was her best friend before Summer went missing. Now, a mother don't love their baby would not do that. You know.
And Robin said that child had so much energy, and as long as you kept her little hands busy, she was as good as gold. Yeah. So and that tells me that Summer had a lot of confidence, a lot of energy. You know, she knew
she wanted to.
Yes. Yep.
All she'd have
pretty
to do
much. Yep.
Put up her face at Dawn and Candace, and they would let her away. I don't think any of them deliberately hurt her. Trev said, let's see. Don Don and I have spoken, and I've said the same. I think there was possibly an accident, or Candace was doing something distracting. Summer got abducted.
Yeah, like fixing her grandma's knee or her mom's knee brace.
Yeah.
Yep.
She snuck at that back door and got down that road, I think. That's my opinion.
Hmm. I think so too.
Hmm.
Um,
I
and
think
then
it.
from there, we don't know. And even if I hate to say it, because I know, I know. If she got hit by a car, it could, they could, they may have not, hit her hard enough to cause any kind of wounds. It could be internal,
Yeah.
and I don't want to continue with that part just because I don't want to make anybody have a visual, but there are ways that, you know, what did Fred say? Fred said the dogs hit up the middle of his driveway. So what's that say?
Uh, Johnny Timberweave says, "Wow, how many abused children have you worked with? I have several abused children who are hyper and out of control, like the Wells children are. But there's no proof that they were abused. There's no proof that them children were abused. Only takes a minute after death for a cadaver dog to pick up the scent of death. She never
True.
passed anywhere around there. But
I
that
agree.
doesn't mean look what happened with Athena. She was hurt. She was
Yep.
hurt.
Yep. And what have me and Daisy been saying this whole time? Look at the case of Athena. She the FedEx guy clipped her. She was not passed away. She was still alive.
We're
And then he
nope.
did
Tina,
what
we
he
said
had.
we weren't going to discuss.
What?
We're discussing summer. Christine, every day
Hmm?
posts is about summer. Every single day of Christine's life, she posts about summer. Don't you, Christine?
Every day. There's not, if you go back and look in my community posts or my videos, there's not one day that has went by that I didn't put something about summer. Not one.
And taking summer. Sadly, and I'm not blaming anything on JS, but we all know that she said she sent Ziggy a when Ziggy was talking about going and seeing Fred. JS got extremely upset, and that's when JS said that Summer allegedly died on Saturday. Y'all know she said it in a text to
She did.
um, JS, which makes me think, did somebody hit her on accident, take her somewhere, and she succumbed to her injuries on that Saturday? I hate to say that, you guys. I do hate to say that.
Right.
But that could have very well been a possibility.
Yep.
Why has JSB said the things that she said? That's where I don't get. Why? You all know she was on the lookout that day for Jackie Dobbs. They was
Yes,
on.
yes, she was.
She was the first one down the hill when Candace got down there.
That's why she kept going outside. She didn't want Jackie up on her side of the property.
Mm-hmm.
They done
I'm
chased him out the day before.
not saying she had anything to do with it. I'm just saying. And that's why they're saying she may be moved. Well, I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. Could they have placed her somewhere until she succumbed to her injuries? Maybe. I don't know. There was too many people there, tree guys and other workers, Dobbs and many more.
Yep.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And you
There's
guys can't
Blue
forget there
Solo
was
Cup.
also
Oh
properties.
my God, my buddy Blue Solo Cup. I love this man. I heard him on Prayer Gardens the other day and I said, I want to be friends with him. Daisy, please don't be offended, but I just had a huge ribeye steak for dinner and it was delicious. Blue Solo Cup. Come up, please. He's from up there in Kingsport. I'm gonna put this
Oh,
out for Blue Solo Cup. You'll love him, Christine. I love him. I listened to him one night. That's like that's my spirit animal. He comes
blue solo cup. Is there a red solo
straight
cup?
out of the damn holler somewhere. I swear, if he wasn't from over in Leslie County, Kentucky. Oh my lord. Let's see. Maybe she was dead on impact. Well, I hate that. I mean, I hope Candace ain't listening. I don't like to
I
talk
know
about
that's hard.
stuff because I don't want the parents to think the
We're
poor boy.
okay. So this scenario is only because of what Fred said. Okay, that's how
And
we've
this
got
is
into
just what
this.
we think, y'all. This
Right?
ain't written in stone or nothing.
No, I mean, because me and Daisy, we have
Just
very, very in depth conversations um, about Summer and what could have happened. And sometimes Daisy and I go back and forth. But I think everybody does that.
yeah,
Just
that don't mean you have
until
to hate us because of it.
yeah.
And I do think it's good that people can come in here and voice their opinion and how they feel and not
Hmm.
be blocked and stuff. They have the right to feel the way they feel.
Just as
Daisy
long as
said
it's
that
respectful.
in this line if she passed the day before. No, no, we've confirmed that she never passed the day before. No,
Mm-mm.
Summer,
Okay,
whatever
so we
happened to
can't
Summer
forget that
on
the
the
tree
15th,
trimmers, Candace
happened on the
and
15th.
Grandma, the tree trimmers verify that they had seen Summer that morning. So
We
you
just
always gotta remember that part.
we feel like she got out that back door and got down the road. That's just what I think. And somebody
Hmm.
maybe didn't intend to hurt her, but accidentally hurt her.
Yep,
That's just what I'm saying. And and kids can get down that road very, very, very fast, you guys.
yep. And I'll tell you this: there was I guess because of the 4th of July, there was light. All the booms from the fireworks and the lights flashing from the fireworks. A lot of animals are startled by that.
Hmm.
Well, a a person's dog got loose um, from a couple streets over, and they end up at our house.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. So I call them and tell them, I think I've got your dog. If you want to come pick them up, and you know, so they come to pick this dog up, and they have a little kid, a little boy with them, and he had no shoes on. And let me tell you what, we have a gravel driveway, and it is not a short gravel driveway. It is a
There's
long
Mr.
gravel
Ronald.
driveway. Huh?
There's the man, Ronald McDonald.
Ronald,
Hey, Ronald.
meet Blue Solo Cup, Ronald.
Listen, I want you to come up here, Blue Solo Cup. I want everybody to meet you. I love him, y'all. He's come out of a holler somewhere. I swear he has. Uh, Pasi- Pistachio said the cadaver dogs picked up everything they hit on, like 4 spots. If she got hit by a car, the dogs would have lost its barking.
Hmm?
The thing is, a cadaver dog picks up death, but if Summer hadn't passed away, you see what
Right.
I'm saying? If she was just injured, like Athena, remember Athena
Exactly.
was injured. This is just our own speculations, our own opinions. This has
Right.
nothing to do with anything else. Could someone
Mm.
panicked out, took her somewhere, and then she later succumbed to her injuries? That's just what I'm thinking. I'm
Right.
not, you know what I'm saying?
Maybe they took her and thought that they could, help her get better or whatever it might be. Auntie Sherry, Auntie
Hey, baby.
Sherry,
Hey,
Auntie
babies. May
Sherry.
I take
Sit
just a
on,
moment to address
not cadaver
Ronald,
dogs.
please?
I
Ronald?
know
Huh?
that's the thing, Jaded.
Ronald,
It's weird, ain't it?
this is
But
Sherry. Crooked Arrow, very Sherry, whatever. You know what? We have loved you. We have
they
cajoled with
hit on them
you.
other
We have
sense.
teased you. We have been patient with you. everybody
Summer
who's
didn't die
been
there, I
patient
don't
with
think.
you,
That's
or
why the
you
dog
wouldn't
was
even be
found.
here.
I agree,
So
WW. I think
please
she
be
was taken
kind.
somewhere else.
Please go play a round of golf. Go get in the pool. Take a walk by the ocean. We've got this, Ronald.
Ronald said he was taking us to Florida
He said he's going to let us stay in a $5 million mansion.
Yeah, we've got it,
with
Ronald.
horses.
Ronald.
Ronald, I'm waiting.
Lazy and
TikTok.
Miss
Let me
Christie
tell you
talk
something,
about
Ronald.
Freddy's
Pimping
no
ain't easy.
different than anyone speculating about the Wells. Well, the Wells didn't come out and say they knew where Summers on the live body was like Fred. Fred
Hmm.
implicated himself when he did that. This ain't something
Right.
mild that he come out and said. This is something very, very serious. He said that he knew Summer was put in that waterfall. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? With all
He
due
even
respect,
described where she was and
yeah,
who
that's
did
what
it.
I did. I would be so scared that I would be gone. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. This is why Candace don't want to come back home. And I'm telling you right now, because she sits there by herself and all she has is memories. She has memories of the babies. It's not the same there without her kids. It makes her very, very, very sad. She's very, very sad. And I can't say that I don't blame her because all she has to sit there by herself at that house while Don's working and be surrounded about with memories without her children there.
And be
That's
harassed.
hard.
And be
And
Be
being
harassed.
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 I wouldn't
That's
even
right,
Yes,
answer the
Auntie
ma'am.
phone.
Sherry.
I wouldn't answer the phone. I would not.
Yep.
I'd turn my phone off. I'd put it in the basement. Far away as
I
I
have a
could get it.
question. What do you think about the church? Do
I
you
would
think they
not answer my
could
phone.
be involved?
No.
Myself alone, I don't think the church is
No.
involved in anything.
Just like Nurse
I don't
Ratchet.
think.
No.
I think it was either a pervert that'd been
No.
watching her or it was an
No.
accident. Did
Stop
Ellie
calling
ever take a
Candace everybody.
waterfall? They need to
Stop.
if they
Leave
haven't.
people alone.
We don't know, Anna. We don't know if they've checked
Don't
it or
y'all
not. They don't
realize
tell
there's so much
nobody
going on in
nothing,
the
do they?
world? We're all stressed to the max anyway.
Yeah,
Leave
they
her
won't.
alone.
Yeah.
Leave people
The dogs
alone.
are only as good as the handlers. They're not all 100 all the time. Exactly, Elaine. Exactly. You're right about that too.
Okay.
Hmm.
I'll be quiet for a little
What
while.
is an Auntie Sherry?
You heard my
She's,
little speech.
yeah.
I heard your speech.
Auntie
Just leave
Sherry's had it.
everybody alone. Leave Candace
She's
alone.
had it.
Leave
Taking
everybody
care of
alone.
poor kids
What
is
is the matter with
extremely
you
hard.
people?
Most
Go
people
find
can't even
something to
take care of
do.
one. You're
Go
right,
find something
especially
to
three
do.
boys.
Candace, hide your damn phone.
But Candace said her boys was not very
Hide your
hard to take
phone,
care of.
Candace. Pretend like it's broken.
She said her boys were not bad at all. Or Summer.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
I'm tired
I
of it.
wouldn't want
I'm really
anyone
tired of it.
alone on the
Bye,
hill
Ronald.
at night. It would be
If Aunt
heartbreaking.
Sherry gets back on, guess what?
She had
Chop,
a nightmare
chop.
up there and got
I've had
scared, you
enough of
guys, and come
your
stayed all night with me. She's not
foolishness.
really been back since,
I've had enough of
has
your
she?
foolishness.
Uh-oh. Auntie
Very.
Sherry has had enough.
Yes, and I'm drinking a beer. And you know what? Everything I've eaten since I got home from the hospital, I have had no problem.
Well, that's
None.
good.
You know
Are you?
why? The power of prayer. That's
Amen.
why.
Butterfly, you are very welcome, my friend.
Power of prayer. It is extremely powerful.
WW said it isn't about
More
leaving them alone.
powerful than
We
we
all
are.
want Summer home. They don't. They want Summer home too. They just, Don has to work, you guys. He
Candace,
has to
please,
work.
please
They don't
don't
eat
answer your
if they
phone.
don't work. If he don't
If
work,
it's
they
Miss
don't drink.
Daisy,
They don't have
okay.
electricity. They
But
don't have water if he don't
just don't
work.
answer your phone, baby.
Life
Just
has
don't
to go
answer your
on whether
phone.
you want to or not.
I'll quit
It
calling you
ain't
about the
about that. I
dog.
don't understand why. If I heard my baby was in a cave
Candace, I
waterfall,
won't call you
I
about the
would be
dog
there
anymore.
looking myself. Well,
Well, Miss
we've
Daisy,
talked about that with
there's
Candace, and
enough
she started
of this
crying
quit
and
going
stopped
around.
us because that's
Our
something that
world is
some
falling apart
people don't
around
want
us
to
as
see.
we speak.
I'll be honest with you. My mother-in-law, she openly knew that my grandmother-in-law, my husband's mom's mother, knew that my mother-in-law was
I need
dying.
to be busy.
Okay, She loved her daughter with all of her heart, but she could not bear to stand to be there with her when she died. She could not stand the thought of being there with her daughter when she passed away, nor did she go to her daughter's funeral. Did that mean that she didn't love my daughter in law? Absolutely not. My daughter in law or my mother in law totally understood that her mom could not take that. We called her that morning when my mother in law passed away, and we went over there and we comforted her. Did my mother in law hold anything against her? No. My mother in law chose not to be on a ventilator anymore. She wanted to go home and go, pass away at home, and that's what she did. Her
If I
mother
found out I had
her
cancer today,
never
I
went
wouldn't
there
go to
or the
chemo
funeral.
nor
We
radiation.
all handle things
I
differently,
will
guys.
die as I
We
was
all
supposed
do.
to naturally die, with hospice.
If you've seen the video of
I'm
that
going to kill all my
mother,
cells in my body.
if you've seen the video of that mother
Not
when they
distinct.
found that little boy after 2 weeks, she couldn't even
Chemo does
walk.
not distinguish
They
between
had
good
to
and
pull
bad
her up.
cells.
Hang on, Auntie. They had to pull that
I'm
mother
sorry.
up with her arms
Excuse
when
me.
they found her son. She couldn't even walk. They found her son alive. She couldn't even walk. She was shaking all over to go to her little boy. You don't know how people handle things. Hey, Robin Redmond. Daisy was done working at the White House. No, Ronald, he wasn't. I heard
What?
Don talk about the helicopter because they found stuff at the White House. Ronald's trying to say.
Ronald,
Ronald.
Ronald.
I'm waiting
I
for our
already
trip to
spoke
Florida,
to you,
Ronald.
Sir Ronald. I
They
already
are
Ronald
Ada.
said that
spoke to you.
he's going
Different.
to let us go to
I
his $1
am.
million
I, for
mansion
one, am
in
tired of
Florida.
dealing with you and other people having to be nice to you. But
Y'all
Auntie
want to
Sherry's
know?
mad at you, Ronald.
a lot of people don't want to be nice to you, but we are anyway.
Listen, I
Get
talked to
the
Auntie
hint.
Sherry the
You
other
don't
night
get
till I
the
fell
hint.
asleep.
Get
I
the
woke
hint,
up and the phone
Ronald.
was
You're old enough to get the hint.
going.
Bye, Ronald. Next time I'm
Uh-oh.
on live.
You done made Auntie Sherry. Ronald, you better make up with Auntie Sherry. She's mad at
No,
you.
there's no make it up. I play golf too.
Some
Or
people
I
don't
did.
have the emotional or
But you
mental
know what?
capacity to handle things the way
I'm not like
some
you.
of us
You're
would.
mean.
Right, sweet
You're
D.
mean and you're sneaky mean.
Candace has had to put a wall up all of her life. She's been abused severely as a child.
Ronald, what'd you
Well,
do to
Ronald,
Auntie Sherry? She's
Ronald is
fired up.
abusing me. Ronald is
She is
abusing me and
fired
the
up.
chat. Ronald is
She's
abusing
opened
me
up to us,
and
y'all.
the chat. Bye,
Ooh, he
Ronald.
said 5 million.
Ronald, if you don't cut it out, you're gonna be gone, and I mean
He said
permanently
5
gone.
million.
You won't be on YouTube ever
He's
again.
the man, y'all.
Yeah, you're the man.
Everyone has to work to live. It's due to
5
the
million
bullying
my
God has
butt.
received that he has
I can
to
outdo
go
you
out of
any day.
state to get a job where he hasn't been victimized. That is sad. Yeah. Until you walk in someone else's shoes, you will never understand
Smart
why they
Alec.
do the things they do. Exactly.
Ronald, you need to find yourself another channel.
When you go
Go
through
find another channel and harass them
complete and
for a
thorough
while.
hell growing up,
How about that? That's a good idea. Go
mentally,
find somebody else
physically
and harass them.
abused,
I can name a couple of channels for you.
you handle things differently than somebody that's been
Well, I
raised
do. I get
in a
mad.
loving
It takes a
home.
lot to make me mad, but when I get there, you
Did
better
she say
sit
she
down,
found out
walk away,
she
or
had
step back.
C, Daisy? Did she say she found out she had C, Daisy? Who who said they found out they had
Bye,
C?
Ronald. Bye, Ronald. You are no longer
Uh-oh.
be.
To say
I'm
just
getting in.
because we're
I'm getting in
Christian means
chat, and
something
you're
about
no
people.
longer going to be
I'm
here. You
opinionated.
watch
Uh-oh.
and
Here
see.
comes Auntie Sherry, Ronald. You better run. Here she comes.
No, he's gone.
Hang on,
He's
y'all.
gone. He's
Or
gone.
Auntie
I'll make
Sherry.
a phone call. I know
Sorry,
exactly who to
Christine.
call.
Auntie Sherry,
Yes.
can I please say something?
Yes, you may, because I'm getting ready to get on Ronald's butt.
Why?
Because he's an irritant.
Okay.
She's mad.
What
Auntie
she
Sherry. Ooh, she's
mad
going down there to get him.
What is she mad about?
Oh, man.
Well, I have some oceanfront property in Arizona. Ooh. Wow. Just a cheap slab house, 1,300 square. Slam, bam, 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 them. I guess. What's Auntie Sherry mad about?
Ronald did something and fired her up. And she's going down there to get him.
I do hope Summer comes home soon, and I think that hopefully something will come forward with this Fred thing. I hope they look into it. I hope they don't just let it slide. I hope they look into it more than what they do.
I
You
think
heard,
Fred said it to Ziggy, knowing that, you know, one of either Ziggy, I think Ziggy would turn it into the TBI, but I think he did that. That was a purpose thing to do, just to make sure that it does get looked into.
right. Oh yeah, she said Ziggy says she turns everything in, which I'm sure everybody called. Uh,
Hmm.
let's see. I agree, Sherry. He's a trouble. I've grown kind of fond of Ronald. I am too. I am too. I don't know what he's made Auntie Sherry mad about, but he is
She is
made.
fired up. She is mad.
There. Listen, y'all. Just because Candace has had a hard road doesn't mean that people should attack her. She's come up here and opened up a lot about what she's been through.
Mhm.
She grew up kind of by herself. She was on her own, y'all. She had to learn how to survive. And that's tough. That's tough. And I'm just saying, y'all, have a little mercy on people. Not everybody is the same person. Not everybody reacts the same way. You know? What did you do, Ronald? Everybody's coming after Ronald. What is Auntie Sherry so mad about? That's what I'd like to
I don't
know.
know. She said something about Ronald made her mad, and she's gonna get Ronald and sue him, or not sue him, but
Well,
something. Take him.
be in chat
What?
and this space, everyone.
I guess he's being mean to everybody in the chat. I don't know. I can't
I
see the
don't know
chat.
what Auntie Sherry. I used to be fond
She's
of you.
mad. I know
Until
that.
things he was saying about you and your sister. I know. I don't know. I just wish that Per Garden would stop the attacks on me. That's all I want. I don't care. I've not done anything to her. I've not said anything about her. I don't know why she continues on with them. I don't understand it. Tell Yorkshire Rose, Sherry said if she found out she had C, she would go to hospice. That's all. Oh, are you talking about
Auntie
what?
Sherry? Are you
Yeah,
talking about Mama V? Mama
I
V?
don't know who she's talking about.
I don't either.
It was
I don't
traumatizing
know.
for the children as well. She reminds me of Candace. They are a lot alike in the character. I still talk to her to this day.
Who?
Sweet D's talking about somebody.
Oh, somebody she knows.
Right. But the attacks last night was horrible. It was
Mm.
horrible last night. And for people to sit there and say that about my animals, that really pisses me off. That they would lie like that. She Oh no, that's sad. We don't
What?
know people's story, you guys. We don't know what happened to Summer. All we know, and a lot of people can say, well, you're saying this about Fred. Well, Fred said it. Fred got
Fred
all
said
the
it about him. He said it
he said
himself.
it. I mean, we're not coming after nothing. We're just specifically saying that what he said is not something to be taken very lightly.
Right.
Daisy, I'm going to message you on Facebook about some stuff I've been going on with my health. And I know you know a lot about Depot. This shot is going to kill me. I know I had the Depot shot and it caused me to gain enormous a lot of weight. I also had depression after it and everything. I think that's why I have a metabolic disorder to this day because I was very thin after I had my first daughter. I went down to like 150 pounds and then I got on Depo Provera. Thank you, Robin Redmond. There's no need to attack and hate me and Christine because we have a different opinion. I am going to start being a little more stricter on my mods and letting them, just telling them, like, don't block people. They are entitled to their opinion. If they believe differently, that's okay. We can all agree to disagree. The ultimate goal is keeping these babies' faces out here, keeping their names out here. Keep talking about them. Let's not let their cases go cold, y'all. You know?
Just be respectful of
That's
each
just something
other.
that I need help with. Okay, bless Lulu. Just let me know you know who you let me know who you are, because people message me and I don't even know who they are unless you tell me who you are. You all can block me after this text if you want, but why does Sherry get so mad when other people give their opinions? I don't know what Ronald said to
Ronald
make it.
did something. I don't know, but she made her
Auntie Sherry
fire
don't
up.
usually get mad.
I don't see Auntie Sherry mad very often.
Honeysuckle Mama said, y'all, I made some big pot of chicken and dumplings. Y'all coming to eat? I'm on my way, darn it.
That's
I won't
right.
be able to eat it though.
I want some. You can eat the chicken, just not the dumplings.
I know. That's the best part.
Yeah, it is.
I come in for the animals, to be honest. Aw. Well, my babies are doing good, all of them. And so for people to be vicious and say differently, it's a big lie. And I've got the bill to show it.
Liar, liar, pants on fire.
Liar, liar, pants on furs. Um, but
Right.
yeah, I don't really want. I wanted us to talk about Summer tonight. Actually, talk about her, not drama, not nothing else, but just her.
Right.
Christine is very compassionate about Summer. She's right on it. She does hours and hours of research, and you all want to know how we feel about it. That's how we feel.
Yeah. And no, I'm not saying that the boys did anything. And no, I'm not saying it's Summer's fault. These are children. Children, it's just, you
Oh,
know,
Priscilla.
sometimes you think parents think their kids are going to do one thing and they don't. They do another.
Exactly. And no matter how many times Prayer Garden attacks me, no matter how many times Justice for All attacks me and Christine, or and you have the other ones, it's not going to change how we feel.
Mm-mm.
It's not going to change how we feel. We cannot just turn off our feelings because you
And
all
it's not
feel
going to
like
find
no.
Summer.
No.
All it does is
They're trying to get
re-victimize
their boys
people.
back. They're still trying to get their boys back. W. They're still trying to get their boys back. In fact, that's one of the reasons why Don don't want to get on YouTube anymore. He told me that with his own mouth. He feels like YouTube is destroying it for him and the boys. To get the boys back. They're still trying to get their boys back. And I think he's doing a good job by staying off YouTube. Him and Candace both. I don't
Hmm.
honestly believe in helping the whales. Daisy, you have some beautiful animals. Thank you, Janice. Miss Daisy, I think Justin loves you. I think he secretly does in a way, and then in a way he wants to choke my neck.
Hmm.
But hey, I don't have anything bad against Justin. I just wish that he would leave me alone. You don't have to go in Cam's chat and Prayer Garden's chat and constantly attack me because I have a different opinion than he does. They did,
Right.
Vincent. He told all on YouTube he gave up his rights. Well, that's not what he told me. He told me they're still trying to get the boys. Do you believe in helping addicts, alcoholics, plus they are both smokers? I won't help them. Yes, I do
That's
believe in
okay.
addicts and
You don't you
alcoholics.
don't have to help them. That's fine. And that is your decision.
If you ever
Absolutely.
seen, Angel Girl, have you ever seen somebody withdraw from alcohol? It's pretty sad. It's very, very sad. Do you know they can die from withdrawn from alcohol and Ativan? Benzodiazepine and alcohol withdrawals, they can die. In fact, I've seen it so bad, the withdrawals, that they have to restart them back on alcohol all over again because they go through so much. It's not easy. Alcohol is not easy to get off of. It's easy to think it is, but it's not. It's absolutely not easy.
But also treating someone like a decent human being, that is way different than saying that it's okay to hurt yourself. But we have to treat people respectfully. I don't understand what's so hard about that.
Yeah.
That's not supporting a drug habit or an alcohol habit or whatever else that it is. It's just saying that you're treating someone like a decent human being. That's it. That's all.
Right. Right.
We want the best for, Summer and her siblings and her family. That's all. We just want the best for them. And to be mean and hateful, that's not, what is that doing?
Yeah.
Tell me what by bashing and being mean to the parents, tell me what is that accomplishing? What is that accomplishing? Shaming them, belittling them, putting them down, calling them names. What is that accomplishing? That only is making you feel better because you're mad. That's not doing anything positive for anything or anybody, and not even for yourself.
Exactly. Right. Right. Well, all I know is what Don told me is that he's still trying to get the boys back, and that being on YouTube is not helping. And I'm proud of him for staying off
That,
YouTube.
yep, I agree with that.
They're still trying to get the boys back. I heard he was told to stay off YouTube. Well, I think he's done with YouTube. He told me he is done with YouTube. And I don't blame him. I just can't bring myself to believe they did something. It's an internal struggle. I don't think Donna Candace did anything to hurt that baby. That's my
Mm-mm.
opinion. Hey, Wonder Woman. But we can actually sit here and say, because we have actually talked behind the scenes with Don and Candace. We've seen it. I have seen the mommy cry. I've seen the mommy say, I've asked God, why hasn't things changed? Why hasn't she come home? I've seen her cry behind the scenes. A lot of y'all haven't seen what Christina's seen. We've seen her, ask God, why did this happen to me?
Late nights of making sure that that at least
I don't know, y'all.
they have someone to talk to.
I feel like they loved that baby with all their heart and with all their soul. I think she was the center, and I think it's absolutely killing both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Now they don't have their boys with them, and it's even harder on them, I think, because of that. And so,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I think. There's no proof that the parents did anything. Hang on. Let's see. Anything to Summer. None of the drama and exploitation helps Summer at all. Hi, Daisy. How is the calf going? The calf's doing good, and you're right, Queen EJ. Thank you so much. Calf is doing great. And if we're
Yeah.
wrong, we're wrong, y'all. If there's some way down the road that we find out that we're wrong, then we're wrong. But I really don't believe we are.
But
Miss Daisy,
Daisy and I have talked about this a lot. And I mean, if we're wrong, what have we lost? We were good to the parents. We did what we could to, be able to mentally help them, versus finding out that they're innocent and tearing their family apart, tearing them apart, bashing them, getting them fired, stalking them. I mean, there's no. Why would you pick B? Why would you? It didn't do any good. It didn't do anything. And how do you come back and say, I'm sorry I did all that to you? And that some
Right.
people are like, well, I'm not going to say sorry because of the way they lived and this and that. But there you are again.
Yeah.
It's still, I
Thank
mean,
you, Courtney.
it's a double-edged sword no matter what.
Does that mean you all have to hate us?
Right.
That people have to viciously attack us in other chats? Because we've seen more and talked to these parents and we feel in our heart differently than you do?
Yeah. Why is that okay? Because, you're saying some people are saying that, they were mean and vicious and horrible and they're this and that. But what are you doing? You're doing the same thing that you're accusing the parents of doing to another person. I mean, does that make sense? That doesn't make sense to me to do that. You're accusing them of being horrible parents. You're accusing them of, not living a great lifestyle and being mean to the kids. But here you are being mean to creators who have nothing to do with Summer's disappearance, but you're doing the same thing that you're upset with Don and Candace that you're accusing
Right.
Don and Candace of doing. How
Right.
does that make sense? Huh?
Because they don't want to make, a lot of people don't want to make sense. All they want to do is feel hate in their heart. Hate, hate, hate. That's all they do. I'll be right back, Christine.
Okay. It's okay. It's okay to disagree. And just because I don't think the same way another person thinks, that I'm going to hate you for it. But what happens is when people start going real life on creators and on each other and trying to belittle and put each other down for each other's looks or what they weigh or how they smile or how their hair is or how they speak or laugh, what is that doing? Tell me what one positive thing that is doing for Summer's case, for your own self. What is that doing? It's doing nothing. You are growing and watering the seed of hate. That's all that is. And then when somebody comes back and says, please stop doing that. Cease and desist. I don't want you to make fun of me anymore. I don't want you to talk about me anymore. Then what happens? Then you get offended because we don't want you to do that anymore. It's just a never-ending cycle, and it is very redundant to continue to do that. Spend your time talking about Summer. Spend your time making videos about Summer. Spend your time, maybe research old cases. Do something positive.
Exactly.
Because watering the seed of hate, that's not doing anything. You're going to be stalemate.
Exactly. I have mostly gone on their actions on YouTube. However, I do know people have made up sheep, but I will leave it alone. I'm not trying to be hateful. People on YouTube, it don't matter. Like Don told me, it does not matter. You cannot argue with them. You cannot argue with him. He told me that like yesterday. He's like, you can't argue with these people. You will not win. He said, so what's the use of even trying?
Right.
I mean, he's come on here 1,000 times and tried to explain to you all about stuff. He has opened up completely and got ripped apart and still is getting ripped apart. And people still will not hear him and what he's saying.
Well, he looked to the right or he looked to the left. He was blinking 1,600 times. Come on.
You don't have to support them, guys. I'm not trying to say make you guys support them. I'm just trying to say lighten up on them. Because Don has to make a living, you guys. He has to. He has to work. They starve to death if he don't work. They literally will starve to death. We all can agree that Don's a hard worker and he worked all the time for those kids. He worked and made sure those kids had food and stuff. Y'all, I seen lots of nice clothes on them kids. Them kids were taken out to eat a lot. There's pictures on their Facebook that said, "Oh, them kids never had nothing." Candace was constantly taking them kids and stuff, taking them places that I would like to go. I'd love to go to a swimming hole and get to jump off a waterfall and all that and have fun. The body language says a lot when you know how to read the person. Daisy, I have 3 goats. One is 2 weeks old. Aw, my little one, Bootsy's 2 weeks. He's 2 weeks old. Bootsy is. Thank you, podcast, Miss V. Miss Chewy, it's all right. It's not the first time a woman has went crazy on me. I don't know what Auntie Sherry's mad about. I have no idea what Auntie Sherry.
Is that Ronald that said that?
Yeah, I've almost.
Why are you making everybody so mad, Ronald?
Required to get their boys back. I have not seen any facts showing that the parents are guilty. Nope, there's no facts of nothing like that. Enjoying you finally allowing people to say their opinions. Well, I'm glad you are. And I will. I don't mind for people to say their opinions. We can talk through this, guys. We can talk through it.
As long as it's respectful.
As long as it's not being viciously mean.
Mhm.
Because people like MGL and BAHB are evil and can't be reasoned with. Well, even even they don't like to be attacked, you guys. Even they don't, and I don't attack them. You will never see me saying anything vicious, mean about them. I don't agree with what they do. Absolutely. Well, MGL, I've not really seen her do anything bad other than get Don fired from his job. I did not agree with that whatsoever. But there is some things that BHB has done that I've not really agreed on. But does that mean I'm going to attack her or say bad things about her? No. She does her thing. I'll do mine. Miss Daisy, okay, sorry. The chat's going by fast. I'm sorry. Miss Daisy.
Well, at least we're conjuring up some conversations.
It's the way it goes, in my opinion. It doesn't matter what they say, it gets twisted. You're right. Thank you, D. Thank you for that. Well, maybe Candace should have stayed home and cleaned the house instead of going everywhere. Kids need a clean environment. Well, we don't know if Candace did. The house didn't look too bad to me. I mean,
so when Chris McDonough came in and did his interview with Candace, you've got to remember this. So his interview was multiple months after Summer disappeared, okay? That the law enforcement had come up there more than 7 times and just trashed the place, searching through. And so when Chris came up there with that interview, that is the reason why everything was everywhere. And Leslie Earhart even says there are multiple searches at their residence. And they went through every single piece of everything, even the dashboards of the vehicles, everything. And every time they go up there and search, Candace would have to pick up all the stuff that they threw everywhere because they don't clean up after themselves. They do their search and then they're out of there. They're not going to put the dishes back. They're not going to put the clothes back in the drawers. No, it's just going to be where it is. And it's up to the person who lives there to clean it up. And they had been searched numerous times, over and over and over again.
Yeah.
That's why the house was in array like it was when Chris McDonough came up.
Miss Stacy, please check out the comments on a PDI left. Okay, I will, Maya. Thank you. I appreciate it. 616 Love said that doesn't excuse roaches mice, which is a hazard to the children. See, we don't
What?
know if they had them. If we don't know if there was really
What?
roaches and mice. She said roaches and mice. Um,
Let me tell you what. I live in the country, and there's mice that get into my little house, and because especially like when it's starting to be summertime, and they're looking for places to nest. Oh yeah, they'll squeeze in any little teeny weeny crevice. They'll squeeze in there.
Thank you, Jackie, for that super chat. See how well we can behave when we're able to express our opinions rather than being timed out. I do, Jackie. And thank you for that
Thank you
super
all for
chat.
being respectful. Yes.
Thank you guys for being respectful. That's what we want. Hey, all my
Mm-hmm.
rowdy friends. I think that might be Rollins.
All my rowdy friends coming home tonight.
Thank you, Jackie, for that. Yeah, everybody has their own opinion. That doesn't mean that I hate you guys or I don't agree with you guys or we welcome all opinions. We're just telling you how we feel.
And we're not trying to make you have our opinion either. We're not trying to,
Crazy opinion.
talk you into having the same opinion as us. Not at all. Not at all.
Well, that little girl Journey did stay up there with him a lot. She could have. I mean, I even have my suspicions about the parent of Journey. I'm not saying for sure. I'm just saying in the back of my mind, I'm still keeping her in the back of my mind because, she come up there a lot. She had a boyfriend that come up there and took things from Dawn. So absolutely, Summer could have went down there to look for her little friend. She could have done it, and we don't know what kids do. Kids,
Sometimes kids don't know why they
yeah,
do stuff.
they do stuff and they don't even realize it.
They do something wrong and you're like, why did you do that? And they look at you like,
See,
I don't
she did
know.
only going by what I think. Right, Lisa. We don't know. And people suffer from depression. There's a girl on YouTube right now that cleans houses, like literally horrible houses that's got like dead animals for years in it for people that are severely depressed. Depression is very, very real. And so we don't know what people go through to make them depressed like that. I went through a spell when I was younger where I went depressed and I lost all interest in everything. And so everybody goes through that just because, you know. And this girl, she's like a clean freak. So she will make videos and go to people's houses that has severe depression or if they're crippled or they're disabled and she cleans their houses for them. And like it's horrible what she goes into. Don and
Right.
Candace,
And you got to remember when Chris Madonna came up there also, you know, Summer's missing and her boys are gone.
right? Exactly.
If that doesn't cause depression, I don't know what would.
True. That is true. I would just be in the bed crying every day. Blue Solo Cup said that was terrible that MGL got Don fired. Don did that cheap rock job. One time I saw her eat a whole chocolate pie on a live and never stopped talking. It was gross. She ate the whole thing. I'm serious. Come up, Blue Solo Cup. I want to meet
That would have
you.
made my stomach hurt. Eat a whole chocolate pie. Woo.
Solo Cup, y'all.
That's a lot of sweet stuff.
Connie said I had 8 children in a 3-bedroom house. It was so hard to keep it clean. I would get roaches in my every now and then, but I would also get rid of them as soon as I noticed. Not easy task, right, Connie? Miss Daisy, if Summer was wearing the pink and gray jacket as in the picture of the milk jug, then why is it in Candace's keep? That I have no idea, Cripple. I have no idea. Candace hasn't come back to get it, and obviously law enforcement don't want it because they know where it's at. I feel like if they wanted it, they would sure come, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Nay, Nay. I mean, that's what I think. If they really wanted it, they would have got it because I'm sure people's called and told them that it's
Oh
down
yeah.
there with Kathy. There are many persons of interest. Why does most people stick on Donna Candace? I have no idea, God's girl. The house was cluttered, yeah. It didn't look dirty to me either. Hey, I lived in a bad house growing up. Like literally, my brothers would throw me through the walls, and I ain't lying. They were wrestlers. My brothers thought they were
Big
freaking
sexy threw you through the wall.
They literally picked me up and threw me through the wall. That's Jinkies.
Big sexy threw you through the wall.
Yes.
Bad Big Sexy, bad.
Him and my brother from Michigan, yes. Absolutely. He would come down and stay with us during the summers. And I was his opponent in a wrestling match. Hey Queenie, I'm home, always been lived in and cluttered, still have a child, and he's 28. Okay, Queenie. But people do suffer from depression. I'm one of them. I've had depression a lot in my life. I've had post-traumatic stress and depression. Life ain't easy, guys. It ain't easy. Molly did love to eat, but I liked her. I liked Molly in a way. I just didn't agree with them getting her job. Do I think Molly should have lost her channel? No. I don't want to see anybody lose a channel. To be honest with you, I don't want to see nobody lose their channel. Unless they're going after somebody real life and hurting them in real life. Then I think they deserve to lose their channel if they're doing shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Which they did do with Dawn. That was something they did with Dawn.
Mm-hmm.
I have depression and PTSD and panic attacks. Aw, Lady 7 Up.
Lady 7 Up. Aw.
Well, Miss V, I seen somebody say that they had some chicken and
Mama
dumplings.
B.
Come up, Blue Soul Cup. I want y'all to
Mama
meet
B.
him the other
Mama
day.
B. Mama B.
Holler. I know we did. He comes
Huh?
straight out of the damn holler. Blue Solar Cup.
Come on, Blue Solar Cup. Get up here. We want you to introduce yourself to everybody.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Ow.
Exactly.
And you know, if you guys if you've never lived in the country, city rules do not apply in the country for sure. It's totally different. Daisy. Uh-oh. Daisy might have knocked herself off.
I'm back. I'm sorry.
Oh, there she is.
Huh?
I said if you've never lived in the country and you've only lived in the city rules don't apply in the country at all. It's totally different. Uh-oh. Where'd Daisy go? Did she tell me to hang on? Come on, Blue Solar Cup. Daisy dropped you the link. Ronald, you better be nice to Auntie Sherry. She's mad at you. And she doesn't get mad very often. But she was upset. I don't know what you said, but she's mad at you. She's going to end up blocking you out. So you better behave. Because we want to go on vacation in your $5 million home in Florida. You better not be lying to us, Ronald. Y'all, I cannot see the chat. So pretty much I'm up here talking to myself. Because Daisy, only person I can see is Daisy. I can't even see the chat. So if you all are talking to me and I don't answer you, it's because I cannot see what you're saying.
Right. Right.
Oh, there she is.
Oh, I'm back. I'm sorry. Hey, how do
Hey.
y'all feel you have best helped? Hang on, I wanted to read that comment. Let's see. How do y'all feel you have best helped Summer's parents? I appreciate your honesty. Just being there talking to them, just being a friend.
Being encouraging to help them through. And,
Right, Celeste.
Candace beats herself up a lot. Okay.
Mhm.
And so does Don. That's why you see some of the reactions that you see. We don't
Mhm.
need to add to it. We encourage them to,
Mhm.
stick with the Lord when you're coming through hard times, or you have a thought that is, questionable. Pray about it. We try to
Yeah.
encourage them to, keep trying, do the
Yeah.
right thing, be, just don't give up hope, even though there's a lot of people that are against them. It's hard for them to continually stay positive, especially for a positive outcome, when you're constantly being beat down.
Right.
And who if we want them to make a change for the better, for their boys, let's just say,
Right.
even just for the boys, constantly beating them down and saying what they didn't do, how is that helping them change and helping them to do the right things, to make that change?
Yeah.
Somebody has to be the one who gives out the olive
Wait,
branch
wait.
and
Hang
tries
on.
to help them
Hang
be
on. I
positive.
gotta blow a kiss
What?
to Pearls.
Oh, Pearls is in here.
That's for you, Pearls.
Hey, Pearls. Hey, that's the name of my grandpigs, is the Pearls. Pig plus girl equals Pearls.
Oh, my Lord. I was a single mom, worked 3 jobs, mowed 4 acres, lived in a country, and tended a 2,800 square foot house. We went lots, but had one child, not four. Wow, Polly Pam.
Wow.
Look here, Blue Solo Cup said, but Daisy, I never been in a holler. I lived in Kingsport 58 years, nothing but sidewalks and pavements. I just sound this way. I know people make fun of my accent, but it's okay. I'm not making fun of your accent because I got an accent just like you. I love your accent. That's why I wanted you to come up here.
I
Girl,
love the country accent. I
I
think it's
love it.
very
Lord.
endearing. When I hear
I
somebody
love
talking that
your
has a
accent.
country
'Cause I'm just like
accent,
you.
I
In
think
fact,
of like
I'm kind of like
hot
my
or
brother.
cold lemonade and
My brother talks just like him.
sitting on the
I'm
front
not making
porch and
fun of
just
you, Blue
chilling.
Solo Cup. Huh?
I said, when I hear that accent, I think of cold hand squeezed lemonade and sitting on the front porch on a rocking chair and just talking and having a good time conversation. That's what I think of.
Yeah. You do sound just like you come out of a holler. I'm sorry, I can't help it. You do. Just like I do. I'm not trying to be mean. I promise you that. I love it. I generally drink monsters, but I got a substitute from Walmart. Okay. We're being streamed. I ain't going to say by who, but yeah.
Well, good.
Yeah. That's why I blow the kiss. God
Good.
says
I'm
to
glad
lift
we are.
people up, not bring them down. Absolutely. I got a
Right.
question.
If we are barking at them to, they need to do this and they need to do that and they need to make a change. Okay. Then let's stop going in their past and putting them down and putting
Yeah.
our thumb on them constantly. Let's do some positive things for
It's
them.
like
Let's make sure
if
that
you
we're
don't bash them,
encouraging them to do the right things. Huh?
like it's like when they go into it, people go into this like bash chat, like that just bashes them. It's like they go under this like evil spell and they become people that I know they don't want to be. Lisa
Mm-hmm.
said, I got a question, Daisy. I work in the heat and I just got too hot today. What's the best way to cool off? I was clammy, but that has passed. Make sure you stay hydrated for sure. Get you one of them little fans to put around your neck. They say they're real good.
Yep. Whenever I
Exactly.
get overheated, I put like a really cold washcloth on the back of my neck.
He said it's okay. I laugh when folks talk about the way I talk. I laugh. Hang on, yeah. Hang on just a second.
Uh-oh.
Sorry about that. We're just checking on the baby. He drunk almost a whole bottle of milk. I was worried about him. Okay. Hang on. Somebody said here. I supported Don and Candace 150% from day one. I cannot believe how much hate people have based on the rumors. Pictures tell a story. Them kids are loved and taken care of. No one is perfect. Exactly.
That's
Exactly.
right.
Thank you. Thank you for that. Pearl Garden. And listen, we can have our little chat over here and we can listen. We want to support Don and Candace over here. That's fine. If we want to welcome everybody and welcome our opinions, but as long as they're respectful, I'm not going to go on other channels and just bash, 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 even though that's what Prayer Garden and Pearls does. They are on the bash. I mean, Pearls can't live without Daisy Cow. I mean, Daisy's his obsession. Oh, by
Pearls
the way,
loves
Pearls,
Daisy Cow.
by, by the way, Pearls, nice wig. You need some highlights in it, though. You still need them damn highlights, Pearls. You don't see me going after Pearls and being mean and saying mean stuff to him, even though he does me. He loves them tatas he's got. He loves them. I lost my best friend 8 months ago, and I'm not over it all yet. It's is worse, not better. A month is not long at all. Well, you'll have your good days and your bad days. That's all I can say. I'm sorry about
So
that.
sorry.
They'll have days where you'll break down and cry and you just grieve yourself to death, and then you'll have days that you can get through and hold on to them days.
Yep.
I back the American way, which is innocent until proven guilty. There you go. Yogi said, Miss Daisy, no offense, but when the money stops, you'll see Don and Candace. They've cussed to use the bathroom, and a lot of people are done with it, but we won't enable bad stuff out of them. Well, really, they don't get that much money. Like when I put her Cash App out, it's just enough to get maybe some food, maybe to get her phone card. I don't believe they get a whole lot of money out of them Cash Apps, y'all. I really
Mm.
don't. I barely get Cash Apps. Mostly my mods, so I don't think that she gets all that much, to be honest with you.
And
I
if
really
you
don't.
don't, if you feel like that's supporting, then, you have the right to not contribute. That's all.
Yeah. And I mean, you have the right to feel the way you do, Yogi. I'm not saying you
Yeah.
don't have the right to feel that
But we
way.
don't have to be, nobody has to be hateful because we put their cash up out. If you want to help them, okay, donate. If you don't want to help them, okay, then that's okay. Don't donate. That's it. It's plain and simple.
Um, the thing is the other live, the last live when I put her Cash App out, Summer's name was nowhere on it. It was about her and the rumor,
Mhm.
and she needed a phone card, and that's why I put it out. And she don't ask me for much. I mean, she don't send me messages all the time asking me to put her Cash App out when they need
She's
help.
never sent me a message asking me for a penny.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean,
And Don hasn't either. Not one
no,
dime.
no, but you do have to, and I understand how you feel. I do understand that. Kim, Miss Daisy said not to time people out. Yeah, people
As
can
long
have.
as they're being respectful.
Yeah, I'm a nurse as well. My daughter was an addict and she died from a
Oh,
neighbor. Sorry about that, Yoga. I
yeah.
totally understand where you're coming from. I totally understand where you're coming from. I have a stepdaughter right now that, we've struggled throughout the years with her. Um, so I know where you're coming from. I do know where you're coming from. Why was I placed on timeout? I just said what Miss Daisy already said herself. Yeah, we're. I told them to not time people out, to let them have their opinions in here. We're talking through it. They can have their opinions as long as they're not being mean. They can feel the way they want to feel, as long as they're not being mean and cruel. They can they can do it. In my opinion, I have a job to pay for my phone because that's my responsibility as an adult.
Hmm. That's true.
I agree.
Yeah, and like I said, if there's a cash app out there for somebody, and you disagree with, you know,
I know it does.
helping
I
them, then just
do.
don't contribute. That's all. It doesn't have to be made anything larger than what it is. It's just, if you want to leave a tip to help. If you don't, then don't do it. But it doesn't make the person giving a tip a bad person, and it doesn't make the person who doesn't give a tip a bad person.
Cindy.
It just means that you decided to donate or you decide not to. That's it. That's all. It doesn't have to be wrong or right.
Sorry about that, Rain Girl. Yeah, yeah. People can talk. They're entitled to their opinions in here, as long as they don't come in here being mean and cruel and stuff. If they don't agree with us, that's fine. They can express how they feel, and I know a lot of people feel very strongly about this case. How can Miss Daisy? How is Candace doing with her broken ankle? She's doing okay with it. I haven't really talked to her a whole lot about it. Um, but yeah, we're people. Yeah, we're gonna let people. Uh, who's timing people out? You guys, was it an accident? Yeah, we're not gonna time people out for their opinions. I said it was okay for people to have their opinions in here about how they feel about this case. They don't have to be timed out. Miss Daisy, can I ask how little Angus baby is? Oh, thank you, vet girl. Thank you.
Thank you, Vet
God
Girl.
bless
Ching,
you.
ching, ching.
And she's Justin's mom. Thank you so much for that. 1-800 TBI find Summer Wells missing 6/15/2021. Thank you. God bless you for that. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Vet Girl.
It's very, very nice of you. Thank you
Vet
for.
Girl has always been very respectful.
She really has. She's been very, very respectful.
I don't think I've ever seen her be disrespectful.
Right.
Even
Absolutely.
even if she has a different opinion, she's always very respectful about it.
Yeah. Thank you so, so much. I'm gonna bring up the little video of the calf. How
Aww.
I because thank you so much for that. Oh, thank you, honeysuckle. Thank you guys so
Aww.
much.
Thank
Uh,
you, honeysuckle.
hot day. Let's go. Let's go.
My daughter-in-law makes honeysuckle jelly. Auntie Sherry,
Guys,
Auntie
so much
Sherry,
support. The
Auntie
summer.
I'm
Sherry.
One
I'm
day
really
we'll
not a
find out
mean
what
person, guys. I'm just irritated
right here. I gotta take
after a
that down, you
while.
guys. But this
A
is the
long
new
while.
baby calf here, y'all. He's doing so much better. So, so much better. Let's go, honeysuckle
Aww.
mama. Thank you guys. For any of y'all that's wondering about the baby calf, he is doing
Aw, look
Interesting.
at him. He's so cute.
what we are here
Whoever
for.
it is.
Exactly, vet girl.
He's so
Exactly.
cute.
Thank you so much for
Look at
that.
that little face.
He's
Oh,
so precious.
he's so
He's so
adorable.
precious. Yeah. Yeah, guys, please don't time people out, okay? Please, just because they have a different opinion than we do, don't time people out, okay?
Auntie
Thank
Sherry,
you.
Auntie
Thank
Sherry, we love
you.
you, Auntie Sherry.
Look here, she put, we love
Why?
you,
Because
Daisy and
I'm the
Brittany.
pest
Thank
control.
you, Amy. Thank you, guys. God bless you
Why
guys.
do you
Thank you
love me so
so
much? Because I'm
much.
the pest control lady.
Memberships, bring out the users. Thank you.
I work in
be
the
the.
pest control industry.
What's going on? Who's timing people out, y'all? Does anybody know?
It's Kim. It's Kim's
I can't
gone
even.
on a rampage. Yeah,
She's
Kim's on a
mad.
rampage. She's
Don't make her
worse than
mad,
hell.
y'all.
Kim has to have a reason why. I don't know
It's
what's going
Kim.
on.
It's
Yeah,
Kim.
Kim
told
won't
them
do
that,
it for no reason.
yeah.
Sure.
I
Kim will
told them
bite
that they're
she'll
allowed
bite
to
your
have their
head off
opinions
if
in
she
here,
needs
Miss
to.
Kim. White flags, and remember, a little girl is missing from Rogersville, Tennessee.
Love that.
I don't
Yes.
know what
White
Days,
flags.
all
I don't know
day.
what Shayla did. I had two
White
women
White
flags.
flags
in the
Yes.
here
basement.
too.
I don't know
Absolutely,
what
Vet
Shayla
Girl.
said.
Thank you so much. Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
Vet
Sorry.
Girl.
Oh, thank you, Celeste. Thank
I'm
you so
sure it
much
was
for
unintentional. If
thank
it
you
sounded
so much
mean or
for
whatever, I'm sure it's
the
unintentional. And you guys
hang on, let me go. Thank you for
remember
the 5
people like
memberships.
Candace.
Thank you
Remember
so
people
much
like
for that.
Shayla.
God
Thank
Remember
you,
bless
bringing up
Celeste.
their children.
Celeste. Thank you guys. God bless you
Boy,
guys.
Ronald, you got her fired up. What'd you do, man?
Thank you guys for all your support. Thank you guys. And listen, the ultimate goal here is absolutely right. Summer, Moon, Utah, Wells. Summer, Moon,
It's
Utah, Wells.
just talk. So I did.
This is what it's about. Thank you so much, you all, for all your support. God bless you guys. I
See, and
appreciate
the
you here.
chat
God
seems
bless
very,
you,
very
Ronald.
calm.
I hope he blesses you. I really do. I hope you get a hole in one.
I don't think.
Auntie Sherry.
But I'm not seeing anybody time anybody out. Hang on.
I get mad. Long time to get me mad. I'll
Well,
fly off, and then 5 minutes
okay.
later, I have forgotten about it. I don't feel that way anymore. It's just those feelings have to come out.
Oh,
I don't
thank
want to
you,
grow up to be an
Danny.
old bitter
Thank
woman.
you. Thank you so much.
I ain't
Danny.
grown up
God
yet.
bless you, Danny. Thank you so much.
Is that Danny? DANI?
Yes, thank
Is that
you.
our
Yes, Danny with 2 N's.
DANI? That Danny?
2
God
N's.
bless you so
2
much.
N's.
Thank you
N-N-I.
guys. God bless
Oh,
you.
NNI.
Yes.
Thank you, Danny.
Guys so much for the support. Let me go back and
I
see.
think,
I apologize
Daisy,
to the chat and to my
I think
hostess
everybody
and to
just wants
Christine for losing
peace.
my cool
Thank you
with
guys so
Ronald.
much. I want
But I've
peace.
had enough of his smart aleck comments.
Thank you
And,
so much.
if it was a kid in my room, I would remove
Let me
them
see
away
who's
from the rest
timing
of the
who
group.
out. It won't
So,
go back
guess
far enough
what?
for me to see. But I'm sure it was a
I wouldn't
mistake.
put them in the hall, wouldn't throw them outside. They'd still
Thank
be
you
in the
so
room.
much, you guys. Thank you, Celeste.
They just
Thank
need the
you,
hot spot.
Thank you,
Danielle.
Celeste.
Thank you, Honeysuckle Mama. Thank you, Vet Girl. Thank you, everybody that's become members today and gave me super chats. Thank you, Auntie Sherry. She did it twice too. Thank you, everybody that supports
You're
my channel. I
welcome.
appreciate
And if I have to
everybody.
keep
Thank you
doing
so
it,
much.
I will.
I like what Vet Girl said. White flags. Let's wave the white flags, y'all.
White flags. White flags, y'all. White flags.
Okay,
That's what I say.
Got it.
I had a
Got it.
time out here once for calling people.
Auntie Sherry.
She's
She's waving the white flag. That's right.
yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, and I seen
Hey, guess what?
the
And guys,
somebody
I have
that don't
somebody come
support my
spend the night
channel
with
got
me
a
tonight
membership.
just because they want to. It's of Kay and Erica's
Huh?
family. No, it's a woman.
who is it?
Sweet. They're all sweetheart. I just kept singing all day. They were all sweet.
Celestis.
3 of them,
Sorry,
4
I
of
got
them
it
were
wrong
cleaning, and I'm like,
first time.
it's a
It's
family
Felisa. It ain't Celeste, it's
affair.
Felisa.
It's a family affair.
Felisa.
What? What are
Celisa's
you
the
saying,
one
Daisy?
that gave the memberships.
Oh, thank you, Lisa.
Yeah. Thank
I
you,
can wave the white
Lisa.
flag.
God bless you, Lisa. Thank you,
People
guys.
need to hear things.
It's
And
okay.
how are
It's
they going to
funny.
hear it if you don't tell them?
What? It's okay, you guys. I don't think that anybody knew that I said not to time people out. I just feel like that we're welcoming all opinions in
Don't
chat.
time
We're just
anybody
talking
out.
about
Miss
it
Daisy
amongst each
blocked
other.
me. I
Y'all,
couldn't
we're
get
all
through.
got concerns about Summer and what happened to her, y'all. And I think we all should talk about it and we all should express our opinions about how we feel.
In a
Danny
respectful way.
Christine,
I
read
was
this.
respectful. I didn't
Please
curse
read this.
anybody. I didn't.
I said,
I
how
didn't
will
call them
they
any
all feel
names.
when Don and
I
Candace
said he was
are
an irritant, and he is an
exonerated?
irritant.
Your explanation of explain was wrong. I got my
He'd
comments
be my best
deleted.
buddy by
It
the end of the
means
year.
proven innocent. Sorry about that,
Oh,
Dana. We're sorry about that.
exonerated. That's what you were trying to say. Okay,
Like I
Oh,
gotcha.
said,
so
Ronald,
sorry
I hope
about
you
that,
get a hole
Danny.
in one,
Thank
buddy.
you
And if you do,
so
you're
much for
welcome to come back
clarifying
on
that
this
for
chat
us.
and
And
tell
we're
us you
sorry you
did.
got timed out. I just figured out how to
Otherwise,
sign up for a
we don't want
gifted
to hear about
membership.
golf game or anything else.
Maybe I'll be next. I hope you are too, Connie.
Sorry, Danny.
Smiling. I'm
I
trying
know
to
what you mean now.
Who's timing people
Miss
out.
Daisy, thank you for me.
Guys, we're not
Thank you
timing
for
people out for
tolerating me,
their
'cause
opinions in
sometimes
chat
I just
anymore.
lose it. I mean, I'm just
I
everybody
think we
else.
all are to come together as a community and work
I'm
this
no
out,
different.
fussing about it, and hopefully something will come about with this baby one day.
Yeah. I think a lot of it stems from frustration, but we can't take it out on each other.
No,
No, it doesn't. It doesn't from that.
right. I don't know
It
who
comes
timed out Sayla.
Sayla?
Yeah, somebody timed Sayla out.
Why did somebody Sayla out?
But maybe it was a mistake.
It probably was. It was
4
probably a
times. I
crossfire.
already counted 4
That
times.
happens.
4
People that don't
times.
support my channel
You
get a
don't time
membership.
somebody out 4 times by
Somebody
accident.
mean
Really?
get in that membership. That's why I put it on subscribers only.
Yeah,
I was
the
hoping
World
only
Trade Center was
subscribers would come in
hit
here.
by accident.
But yeah,
Planes.
it's been a wild ride. Christine, I know you want to go in there and you got a lot to do. So I think I might
Well,
go
don't pay
ahead and end the
attention
live
to
for the night and
us.
come back later on.
Don't pay attention to us, especially me. Go on.
Auntie Sherry,
Go
what are
on.
you mad at Ronald about, Auntie Sherry?
Because he's a
Is there
jerk.
anything you want to add about Summer's case?
Now
She said because he's a jerk.
You made me call him a name.
What did he do to you?
I'm tired of his.
Auntie Sherry, what did he do?
Go back and read the chat, Miss Daisy.
I can't go back and read all that chat.
She won't do it.
Well,
Y'all, I
if you
don't watch
missed it,
videos. I don't
I am
usually
so
read
sorry
things.
you missed it. You don't think
But
I
you
did
know
that
how
for
many
no
videos
reason?
people sent me?
You really think I did that for no reason? Come back and think.
No.
I don't know. Whatever he did, though, you were mad. You don't get mad very often.
It had to do with
Thank you
you.
so much, Salisa, for those
With
memberships.
me or Daisy?
We
I
all
shall
love
not say.
you. You're here, innocent.
It's over with, right, Auntie
Oh,
Sherry?
yeah. Yes, that
Who is
gnat,
timing people out, you
that
guys?
gnat has flown away from me.
Hang on, y'all. Let me go back and see.
You now
Who's-
love Ronald, and he's going to
I
let
do
you come
too.
to his $1 million beach home in
I
Florida.
don't give a flying fish about his $1 million anything. I got million. Who cares?
Uh-oh.
$1,000. He said
You
it was
almost got Donald Duck going on.
Hang on, you guys. I'm getting
Not yet. I just
messages.
needed to lower my voice.
There you go. Deep breath, Auntie Sherry. Deep breath.
Okay.
Cover yourself up in our love, our love
You know what?
blanket.
Ronald said, I wouldn't take her to a lobster dinner. He paid.
Guys,
Well, it
let's
wasn't a
not time
lobster
people
dinner
out.
to begin with, dummy. It was legs.
Can anybody see who timed Matthew out?
What's the matter with your memory?
Matthew?
Yeah, Matthew said he was timed out.
Matthew, don't time Matthew out. He's our friend.
He's timing everybody out. Maybe it is you two.
No. That's my sweetheart right there. Don't you dare.
He looks like she's
Matthew's our friend.
No.
Gonna be
He is
drinking
a
her some
wonderful
beer.
person. Don't you dare do that to him.
Glad you're feeling better.
Some people don't.
You might have a rogue mod there,
You want to time
Daisy.
me out right now? Time me out.
I don't think
I think
it.
you might. You might have a rogue mod.
I'm back now, timed out. Who is timing people out, you guys?
I don't
It's
know.
a rogue mod. It's a mod that you might have.
The channel can time out people on another channel. Is that what you're saying?
No.
I didn't say it.
I don't know, you guys. I'll get it figured out.
I'm not calling anybody a liar or saying I don't believe it's correct that a
Is
mod
somebody
from
under a
another
different name?
channel
Let me go
can
back on.
be
Somebody might have
in
went in and
your
changed their
chat
name to
out.
Kim.
They don't have that right.
And let me go to my studios and see
Well,
if
only a
somebody's changed
Uh
it.
oh. Daisy's gonna get it. Daisy's gonna find it.
Well,
If
you
you've
better find
changed
it
your
Kim,
name to
because
Kim,
mod for one channel and you can't be getting rid of people.
hang on.
no,
I'm
it's not
bipolar,
Kim.
and no, I'm
Kim's
not
not
on
like
any
that.
meds.
No, she's
Thank
not.
you. I
Mm-mm.
am not
Kim's
on any
very.
meds.
Kim is very, very
30
subtle,
My doctor gave me
and
30 pills. I took
she
4
gives
of
she
them.
gives warnings before
4.
she
The
times
rest
anybody
are in the
out.
septic
Kim does.
tank. The rest of the pills are in the
I've
septic
seen her
tank.
give a couple warnings before she times somebody out.
Who, Kim?
Mm-hmm.
She'll bite your hand off.
Yeah, but she'll warn them. Hey, you know, don't do that anymore.
Oh, yeah,
and
she does. She
Well, that
does.
she
wasn't
She'll
gives
Kim.
say,
plenty of warnings.
yeah, she'll say, we don't tolerate this
But that don't
here,
mean somebody
or
couldn't come in here and
please be
change their
polite,
name into
Right.
Kim
stuff.
and
And
act
some
like
people
they're
don't
timing
listen
them
to it.
out.
Mm-hmm.
People don't care. This
They
world
say it's
comes
Kim,
to an
Kim,
end.
Kim.
You better be
I don't
ready.
believe it's Kim.
There's no Kim. You don't have a Kim.
We do
Kim
too. We have
says
Kim Roulette.
you are doing
Yeah,
it.
but you don't have a Kim.
No,
That's
I'm
who
not doing it. I'm not timing nobody out. Something's going on, y'all.
No, Kim.
Miss Lizzie,
I know.
hope you're talking like the real people in
I think we've been
chat
hacked.
tonight.
I think we've been hacked.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
think
believe it's
there's something like if they're
I'll report it.
if they're a mod on
They'll
a
report it.
different
I have the
live
phone
that you
number.
have that's active, they can still go in and time somebody out or something like that.
I have the phone number 24 hours to YouTube. Not hard to find.
That's weird.
I'll have to find out what it is. It's somebody that
Go
you've
find it, Christine. Find
We'll
it.
have
take
to
the
go
wrench.
There.
I think it's somebody that you've taken their wrench, but they still have it if they go under a different live or to time somebody
Different
out.
name.
I think that's how it goes.
Different account.
Kim's not been doing it, y'all.
That's what I'm talking
Mm-mm.
about. Sneaky.
Kim has always
I
been
just
fair to
said
me. Yeah, it's not
all
Kim. It's
about
somebody else that's
sneaky.
doing it. Why
What
can
did
I
I
not
just
see it's
tell
Kim,
you
but you
about
can't, Miss
sneaky?
Daisy? I know, I can't see it. That's right. You're absolutely
Christine, are
right.
you listening to me?
Why can't I see
What
it?
did I just say about sneaky?
That's weird. Something's going on.
That it's sneaky. They changed their name.
That's right. I should have
kinda
probably
know
not
what's
said nothing.
going. Somebody's about to lose their golf balls. I know what's going.
They could easily go in there and change their name to Kim
It's called retaliation.
and do that.
Retaliation.
But I'm not seeing it. I can't see nobody being timed out.
Who would time out Selah? She's a grieving
It's not
mother of
Kim,
a
you
child that
guys.
OD'd. I mean, what in the world?
Mm-mm.
Look, she was
She
timed
said I
out
didn't
4
delete
times.
anyone. If I
4
did, it was
times.
accidental. No, I believe
Yeah,
we've got some kind of rogue mod going on.
Mm-hmm.
Something ain't right.
Well, enjoy your fun.
I can't
Well-
see anybody being timed out.
Enjoy your little fun. Let's get real boring, guys.
I believe you all. I just think it's somebody changed their name.
Christine, what size
I believe somebody went in and changed their name under
Do you wear
Kim.
briefs? Do you wear bikinis?
Let's know timed out. Kim ain't.
Do you believe
It's not
in
for Kim, y'all.
pantyhose?
Somebody's went in there and changed their name
I think they're
under my
dead.
mod to Kim.
I ain't wearing no damn pantyhose. And wouldn't you know, a man invented them.
Hang on, y'all. Miss Daisy, let's go eat lobster. Hey, I'm down to eat. I'm down to eat lobster. I'm not saying
Auntie Sherry.
That's why
I
Robin's
believe
so
you guys,
rich.
but I believe somebody's went in and changed their name to Kim under the mod and started timing people out.
I know.
Yeah.
I know her well, and she and I like each other a lot. I just couldn't understand Selah being timed out. I mean, she's
It
what
can
in
happen,
the
I promise,
world?
Debbie.
That'd be like somebody timing
Kim wouldn't
Candace's
do that on
out.
purpose, y'all. Kim is an honest person.
I know.
I trust
but
Kim.
That would
I
be
know
like
Kim wouldn't do
somebody
that.
timing. That'd be like somebody timing Candace out.
If Kim said she didn't time nobody out, she didn't time nobody out.
I did. We all know who.
Auntie Sherry. Oh my goodness.
I don't know.
I know
But
who,
guys, I've
I
been
know
on here
he,
3 hours
I,
and 21 minutes, so I'm gonna go
I
ahead and
know
end
who
this
he's
live
married
for
to.
now. I might come back on later on just to chit chat. It won't be about summer. I wanted me and Christine to come up and talk about summer this time and actually tell everybody how we feel and have a chance to have other people tell us how they feel. And it ultimately, like we said, it comes down to baby summer and Ellie
Well,
finding her and finding out
when y'all go
who
on, I
took
won't
her
be here,
and what happened to her that
and you'll
day.
be
I know
happy.
we all have an opinion about it,
Rhonda
but
will be really.
you know, we all got to come together. I'm tired of this fussing. I
Yeah.
missed the 2 hours, so I'm going back to watch. Okay, Amy. For anybody that had been timed out by accident, I don't believe it was Kim. I think somebody might have went in under a different name and changed their name. I don't know. I'll find out. But I believe Kim 100%. She's one of my good
I bet you
mods. And
anything. I bet you
if she
anything
says
that
she
person
didn't
has
time
a bunch of
nobody out, she
clubs.
didn't time them out.
Yeah.
That person has a bunch
I
of
don't believe
clubs.
that she would. She's not like that.
This is doing well. Thank you, Rain Girl. Yes, the baby calf is doing well.
Stay on the green. Stay on the
Yes, we
green.
do have receipts that the baby calf has been seen by a
Take a stroll along the fairway.
Veterinarian.
treated by a veterinarian. So yeah. So please don't go in other people's lives and say stuff that are untrue about that. Yeah, exactly, Kim.
White
It ain't
flag.
pimping,
Wave the
right?
flag.
Wave the right
Okay.
flag.
Wave
Auntie
it. There you go. Auntie Sherry's waving the flag.
I don't know if it'll do any good, but hell, we waved it anyway. So there you
I
go.
waved the flag for
I want to
everybody
thank
except I'm
everybody that came
exempting
out
one
today and
person.
joined us today. I want to thank Christine and Auntie Sherry and Blue Solo Cup. I love it. I want to thank all the
No
mods.
cheat.
I want to thank everybody that gave their super chats,
I'm
the
nice as I can be, but I don't put
memberships,
up with
all the
cheat.
subscribers. I love everybody. If you've not watched this, go back and watch. I'm very illiterate when it comes to things like this. How do you know when you're timed out? Because when you try to type in, it won't let you come in. Bye, Christine.
I got
Auntie
timed out
Sherry.
too. Big of a
Auntie
deal.
Sherry.
Somebody
I'm gonna.
timed me out. So
I think
I
we've
don't
got a
care.
rogue mod somewhere.
I don't mind being timed out, Miss Daisy. That doesn't bother me.
But I love
I
each and
need
every one of y'all.
I
And
need time out.
Kim said, "Sorry, I timed anyone out. I got a new phone, and I'm
And
old,
you're
y'all."
old like me.
Oh well, then that's okay. Then that might have been what would happen.
New
That might
phone,
have
all
been
you
what
had to
happened.
do was barely touch a button, and that was it.
Yeah, prayers,
Barely touch it.
prayers, and Pearl Garden. You're mean.
The phones they're making now are the phones they're making now are much more sensitive. Even actually have to
Yeah, I got to get me a
use
new
your whole
phone.
finger. You don't even have to use your whole finger. You just barely even touch it.
Well, Auntie Sherry,
Barely.
I'm gonna go ahead and get off this live. I love you, Auntie Sherry. If I come back on later on,
I won't be here.
join me.
I've got a friend spinning. Won't be on here.
Well, I do think that she may come on. Jinkies may come on after a while. I haven't decided if I'm going to go over there or not. But I love everybody, and I thank you all of y'all, Auntie Sherry,
Bye, Miss Daisy.
everybody for joining me today. Ultimately, guys, Summer and Amy are well. This baby is prepared. Whether they're right, whether they're wrong, we don't know. But one day, I feel like that's just good night, Auntie Sherry. Love you, Auntie Sherry. Good night, Auntie Sherry. Bye, everybody. Love you all.